1 count of fraud and conspiring to commit false statements.
Oh, to be 19 again. You with me, ladies and gentlemen? Do you remember 19?
No gaslighting. I don't want no gaslighting.
You'll recall that you also had an underdeveloped 19-year-old brain. Lapse of judgment.
Relax, relax. You're now coming to the home of the champions on Saturday. I want to embarrass them. I'm sick of Chelsea Football Club. I'm sick of the pity party around them. Young players in the project and not playing players in the right position. And we spent 1.5 billion, but we're still mid-table. Poor Chelsea. No, Chelsea. You should be up here with us and Liverpool and Arsenal. And we're going to knock you right back down again on Saturday. I believe that. I want to embarrass them.
Don't say all of that for then Chelsea to then upset all your rhythm at the mighty ETIHAD.
Come and do it then, mate. What the Matisse said. Glorious draw. Who says that?
That is disgusting.
It's all good to talk, but a football match is a football match at the end of the day. We still got to kick the ball.
Hey, that was a fucking masterpiece. I can't even lie.
That was quality.
I didn't even put on the fucking overlay.
That was quality.
Oh my
That is
days,
quality.
man. Yo. Nah, that is sensational.
I don't know
That was
why
a great
Yuri
show as well.
or Thuggery or so
Hey,
good.
That's when
man.
you think that fucker's running out of ideas, man. He's so creative. Do you know that? I don't know where he thinks of this shit. I don't know
Broski.
how his brain works, honestly.
He's the
Well,
guy.
More creative than your team.
Broski.
He said
That
court
is
is,
sensational.
court is in session. That's what Skull said at the end there. Big up Skull. Listen, he's never void of ideas. Sometimes he's too harsh on himself, but listen, that's another classic from me. Big up Skull Thuggery. His channel link is in the description. Our channel links are in the description. I don't want to waste too much time with that. Get to 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes. You know what to do already. There's 3.5k here, 2 minutes in. So hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Put the notification bell on, and may court commence if that's what it is. I don't know whether to start with Matisse because he wasn't here for the last show, but obviously the happier of the two, Matisse, smiling. Hopefully you had a nice little getaway as well.
Well, I was having a very wonderful getaway, the petals, the roses, the champagne, Venice. I'm all loved up, excuse me, enjoying life. I sent Maze on an expedition. I thought this was gonna be a light show. I said, bro, don't worry, we ain't lost the game. They're gonna treat you well, look after you up in there. And I see Hugh apparently he's running his mouth and shouting, screaming, and saying all sorts of things. It sounded like Portuguese pain. That's what it sounded like, Turkish. Portuguese pain. He's not over the misery. Even though he's won the Champions League, it still haunts him. And I'm like, what's all this ammunition for your older oil brother, your Dublin brother, commentary team on pool? What's all this ammunition? So now brothers gonna fight like KSI and Deji tonight. We must, because I cannot believe you kick a man when he's down like this. You see me struggling all season, crawling, and you're still looking to kick. You thought I wasn't going to come back here. And I'm so happy we got a glorious draw because you will not gaslight me. You will not gaslight me because you thought it was just going to be a walkover. You just said it's going to be easy. No respect. No respect for your older oil brother, the one that laid the foundations, the path. For you, we walk so you can run. How many times I have to tell you this? And one day, when it's all said and done, you guys are going to be without the greatest manager of all time. You're going to have some sort of normality, and I cannot wait for that. I used to root for you. I used to wish good things for you. Not anymore. You've woken the demon in me now. I'm pissed. I can't believe it. Turkish, I feel betrayed, bro. I'm vexed. I'm proper vexed with my brother Hugh over there. We had Dublin plans. Guinness and that. Pissed. What you got to say for yourself, man?
Maybe he respects you that much that he took the chance when you're not here to relieve some frustrations centered around Chelsea. Maybe that's how much he does respect and have love for you. Maybe.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. In life, people, sometimes you just don't get what you want, do you? When you ask for something for Christmas and Santa doesn't bring it. That's what happened for me on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I stand by my feelings towards Chelsea. It's still a fuck Chelsea situation. But look, listen, what I did on Thursday was I brought a bit of chest. I brought a bit of energy, more than I've seen from most of you guys in a long time. I tried to show a bit of fight, bit of passion, put myself on the line, put my neck on the line. I get it. I live by the sword. I die by the sword. But that's okay. That's okay. Because in life, sometimes we make mistakes. It is what it is.
Bro.
Mad. Listen,
Bro, you know what's mad there? The way he
Go on.
was talking on Chelsea was mad. That's
Where-
why I was like,
where's
yo,
the
the amount
anim-
of people are messaging me.
Why Hugh? Why are you so angry with my club? I get it from the rest of you. Oil spenders, big money blowers, ruining football. This is all something we have in common, Hugh. I know you just picked up another club the other day, didn't you? From I don't know which country, Turkey now. You got a multi-club model the size of, I don't know, some people's leagues. And you are angry with Chelsea. For what? Please explain to me what you as a Manchester City fan have to be angry with my club. That's why I say this is Portuguese pain. That's the only place it can come from. Because you, of all people, you guys, and I see Big Steve in the chat as well, you guys cannot be cussing Chelsea. Now, in terms of performance, yes, but in terms of history, trophies, there's nothing you can come to us with. You guys, like I said, you're running when we walked for you. We took the heat. We took the brunt. So what's with this anger? I don't get it. Where's it coming from? I think the rest of the panel are rubbed off on you. I really do. I think their anger towards us is now your anger. I don't truly believe that you hate us like this. I really don't. I don't get it.
Matisse, come on, man. Me and you, we're brothers, man. Come on, stop this.
No.
Stop this, man. Come on.
No.
Let's talk. Let's just chat football or something. I don't know, man. Just stop.
Nah, but listen.
He says, let's stop. Let's talk football.
No, you know what
Shut
it is.
the fuck up.
With Chelsea, it's not from my Manchester City standpoint. It's football focus. You know all about football focus. And when it comes to just being a football fan, lads, the rest of you on the panel, are none of you just bored of Chelsea and their problems? Yeah. Are you not? Like, come on, man. Every week we come on here.
About the misery then.
Yeah, we should have, but look, it didn't happen, man. It is what it is. They're just. I don't know. I'm sick of them. You know what I mean? Just when you think you have them and you're about to get them, they come and get a draw twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
As bad as we are, as shocking as we've been, haven't beaten us this season. I don't know how. I really don't. It's not like our record against you recently is even anything to smile at. So I don't get it. But listen, the performance from us was really, really, really strong, man. I thought for once we actually looked like a well-oiled kind of machine again. It wasn't pretty. It was kind of like the old Chelsea, compact, good defensively, frustrating. Obviously had to ride our luck a little bit, but you know, that happens when you go to the Etihad. But I thought to a man, especially off the ball, for the whole first half, we could have been 2-3-0 up. I'm obviously taking 1-0 leads at the Etihad. I'm not complaining, but some of the chances we fluffed, we could have actually gone further clear, and this game could have been. It's never out of sight, but it could have been a lot prettier for us, and we could have been in a good position. So, but I can't fault the boys, man. The effort was there. They're really playing with everyone's emotions, because it's 1 week you're getting slapped up to Wolves at home, and you're thinking, yo, just end the whole season. And then the next minute they're going to the Etihad, where I'm telling you, and you guys know, every team on this panel will take a draw at the Etihad. So it's not a glorious draw. There's no gaslighting. It's not all, baby Chelsea happy with a point. Real Madrid in a knockout stage game, 2 legs will take a point, will take a draw at City. Everybody here takes a draw at City. It's just how it goes, because that's a fortress. So for us to go there, and we could have won, but yeah, Haaland was having a stinker, had to ride our luck. But I can't fault the team, man. I can't fault it. The only thing is, I think the discussion we was having in the group chat was the substitutions. For me, outside of the overall performance, the subs, people feel like they came a bit too early. We kind of played into their hands a little bit, but I have to look at our bench, and Cassidy's coming on, not a proper 6. You got no target man to hit, draw fouls. You're bringing on Mudryks and Madueke's. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a guaranteed we're walking out of there with a win if we make them substitutions. It's not like bringing on a Ji-Sung Park or someone, they're going to do their work and track back and whatnot. So listen, it's hindsight, isn't it? Because if we leave there with the 1-0 win, everyone's calling it a masterclass. And I've seen managers like Conte, like Mourinho, go back 5, lock it up, go down the dark route and finish off the game. And if we don't do that, people are like, oh, you're too late on the subs. Why did you leave yourselves open? Because Caicedo's on a yellow card. Why are you not shutting things down? So for me, I can't get too mad at that. Do you know what I mean? No one gave us a prayer. I didn't think we was going to get anything from the game. I know everybody's predictions were losses, and rightly so. But we actually managed to do something. So proud of the team, but when people talk about the table, I don't think about it this week, because even if we'd won, we would have been 8th, which is still poor. So it really doesn't matter. We're just looking at the performance isolation and hopefully going into Liverpool, which is a big game. That's the bigger game. That's the massive game on Sunday. If there's, you know, if there's any way to apply yourself, that's the way against a team like Liverpool, regardless of injuries. So hopefully they can take that tactically and mentality wise into the Liverpool game. But yeah, man, I can't speak highly enough of the commitment. It was admirable. Yeah,
I gotta give credit to Chelsea, man. I gotta give credit to Chelsea and Poch. 110%. They came and did nothing. They came and did what I thought they just couldn't do. They were resilient. They held their shape really well. They had a game plan which has proven to be at times very devastating for us. Play a low block. If you can frustrate us, keep us at bay, and hit us in the counter, you're going to get chances. I think in the balance of things, a draw is probably a fair result, because I think you probably could have won 4-5-1, and we probably could have won 4-5-1, but we both only got one, and a draw is probably the thing that's fair. But from our perspective, it's just one of those days. It's one of those days where it just doesn't go your way. We had them last season in February. I think it was a year to the day that we drew with Nottingham Forest 1-1, and it was so reminiscent of that, where we've all the ball, we're creating loads of chances, we're just not putting them in the back of the net. Like, I think Pep, for me, look, Pep, you know, as you know, I believe he's the best of all time, but sometimes he does get things wrong, and he admits that himself. And I think the two or three things that he could have done differently were, first of all, Kanji doing the John Stones role. I think I've said to you guys plenty of times, it ain't it. It ain't it, especially when John Stones he's on the bench. He's there. He's available. It doesn't suit Akanji. He doesn't get the cohesion and the understanding with Rodri and the other midfielders, whoever that may be. It's not for him. I think as an out-and-out defender, Akanji's very good, but that extra complexion to the role of stepping into midfield, it just doesn't suit him. And then the second
why
one...
Stones on the bench?
I didn't get
Sorry?
that.
Why Stones on the bench?
I don't know, Turkish. John Stones has had long-term injuries a few times this season, so I get the vibe Pep's trying to be precautious with him, with the running coming up and the Champions League and all that kind of thing. So it bit him in the arse in this game. And then the second one, the big one for me, is I get some flack from City fans for this, because some of them are very protective over him. But Alvarez in midfield, mate, it just doesn't run. It just doesn't.
That needs to stop, man.
The guy ain't a midfielder. And that's not me saying I don't like Julian Alvarez or I don't rate him as a footballer. As a number 9, as a false 9 even, he's proven to be very good. He's won us games. He's scored us plenty of goals as a number 9. He doesn't have the first touch. He doesn't have the reading of the game. He doesn't understand the balance of working with Kevin De Bruyne beside him. He's sometimes caught in no man's land. It's like he's not sure whether he's meant to be in the box as a striker or he needs to be behind the striker linking up play. He wants to do what Erling Haaland's doing. He wants to be the number 9. He wants to be getting those chances. But Pep shoehorning him into the middle and leaving Phil Foden out wide. Like, Phil Foden, we want you in there, mate, not Julian Alvarez. So that really took away from our overall play. But with that said, we still had 32 shots on goal. I only scored once. That's not good enough. And then Jeremy Doku as well. Look, he's young. He's 21, but he definitely upsets the balance of play for me. He definitely upsets the balance of play. It's those kind of games where you really realize that you miss Jack Grealish, because Jack Grealish in those games, the overall balance, the flow, the passing's much smoother and quicker, and it just seems more like Manchester City. And then, look, Haaland, of course, people laughing and giving Haaland a stick. I don't get it. The guy's still top scorer in the league. 52 goals last season. He's just been out for 2 months. I'm not making excuses for the guy, but his grandmother did pass away as well three days ago. He was told you probably shouldn't play, and he's like, nah, I want to play. He probably shouldn't have. He definitely didn't look like himself at all. And, 50p head, everything he headed went flying over the bar. It's just one of those days. But in the context of the title race, am I bothered? Am I panicking? No, absolutely not. I still believe we're going to win this league. I still believe we could do it before the final day. Like, what? That was game week 24. You thought we were going to get to all the way to game week 38 without dropping any points. You're batshit crazy. You think Arsenal and Liverpool are going to get from all the way from now to game week 38 without dropping any points? You're batshit crazy. These title races have twists and turns to come. And that's just one of them, man. And the best thing about it for me is we don't have to wait too long to redeem ourselves. I don't like those feelings of when you drop points and then you've got to wait a week, 10 days for your next league game. We got a game tomorrow night. So angry response, angry reaction. What I hope to see. It is what it is, man. Fair play to Chelsea, genuinely. Shout out all the gremlins out there on my DMs. You're a funny lot. You're a funny
Are
lot,
they
man.
coming for you, yeah? Bro, just a very
Bro,
furious bunch.
Big Steve, I don't know how you did it, man. These guys are crazy. These guys.
Listen.
Like the Arsenal fans, they were funny last season. The Liverpool fans have been funny before. The United fans, they've been non-existent as long as I've been on YouTube. But the Chelsea fans, you're a funny bunch, man. You're a crazy bunch.
I got to add as well. There was a lot of, and there has been and continues to be a lot of Disassi disrespect. And this performance was right up there for me. Like with what he's done in Chelsea shirt, I think that's probably right up there with one of his best performances. He was ridiculous, man. And he's had a ridiculous week as well prior to this game, but he was so good. His reading of the game, his positioning, the blocks, the tackles, aerially dominant, just really, really strong performance. Clear man the match for us. Don't get me wrong, not perfect. Obviously, we saw what happened with Mateta against Palace with that couple of stepovers there. But I really think when we speak on Disassi, a lot of people will kind of speak on him like as if he's the weak link. And to be honest, I think out of all the centre backs, and I've been saying it for weeks, out of all the centre backs we have, he's the one that's for me made the least amount of mistakes. At right back, he doesn't look comfortable. But I've seen mistakes from Badia Shield this season. I've seen it from Silva. I've seen it from Colwell out of position. But even, so I just think Disassi, that was a really strong performance. And leadership wise, I don't know because I don't want to jump the I don't know what the saying is. Saeed, help me out here. What's the saying, bro? Jump the gun. That's it. Yeah. I don't want to jump the gun.
Saeed, help me out,
I was thinking in my head, which one? What is it? I was like, let me not say something wild.
That could have gone badly wrong. He asked the wrong person for help.
No, I'm asking Saeed on purpose because I was trying to stay up.
It was this close from jump the curtain, bro. I'm telling you, it was this close.
Bro, trust me.
But I can't even remember what I was gonna say. But with Disassi, man, top performance, man. Him and Gusto only 20 years old. Since we bought this guy, we haven't really missed James. Like, he's a quality player, don't get me wrong, but like even when he comes back, we can't just be benching Gusto. He's been so good. He's been robbed of assists this season as well, and in this game. So top performance from those two on that side. And yeah, man, we push on. I'm happy with that.
That goal.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The tactics were spot on, man. Listen, people say, "Oh, they parked the bus," but you're gonna park the bus against Man City, man. What are you gonna do? Go at them and then leave spaces behind. I want to echo what you said, Matisse, man, about what's it called, Gusto. What a performance, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah, Doku. You know what I mean? Went at him and whatever and had opportunities to do something, but bro, this guy locked him off, man. Man put in his pocket, bro. You feel me? So I thought he was excellent defensively. Disassi, I'm going to give him his flowers. I thought he was excellent there. Colwell as well, when you put him in centre back, you know what I mean, makes a difference. Him not playing at left back as well. I think Petrovic as well is, for me, again, maturing in every performance. You know what I mean? You got a gem in there. How much did you buy Petrovic for, by the way?
Oh,
how much did he cost?
Man. I don't even know. Nothing
There
serious.
You go.
I didn't even think
man,
he would get games. Like, back up.
Yeah.
Really.
I can't lie, man. Listen, the only issue maybe I was going to say that the substitutions may be too early. But then when I look at it in hindsight, if Mudryk came on, would he have done what the rest of them would have done in terms of tracking back and whatnot? I don't know, maybe another day. But I thought it was maybe a bit too early. And I felt like for me, it gave the initiative to kind of City to kind of push on. But your endeavour and the way you defended, I thought for me once, you were compact. Everyone was together, not everyone miles away from each other. I thought you were compact, resolute. And yeah, man, listen, very, very good point, man. Man City, on another day, Haaland scores a hat-trick and whatnot. But you got to give it to them, man. Chelsea were well worth the point, man. Minimum, well worth the point. So big up to Pochettino on that one.
I thought Gallagher was quite good as well.
Gallagher, yeah.
Probably best game in a long time. But I thought for someone who does get a lot of stick, right, and I know he fumbled a chance, but that bit of play from Nicholas Jackson for the first goal, man, the build-up, that was actually quality, man. Like the back heel, the run, and then the cross, that was really, really good play. The thing is with Jackson, he's so weird because I don't think he's totally shit, but like he's just extremely raw. But when you put
his finishing is questionable.
Yeah, his finishing is dead. But when you put this guy on the wing, I guess at the very least, Chelsea can harness the fact that he can be a threat in behind and he can actually like bring others into play. Like I think his facilitation play is actually all right. But yeah, the finishing, him, Sterling, even in Cuckoo, I thought when he came on, the cameo wasn't
not sharp.
Wasn't good.
Yeah.
But I still don't know for Nkuku playing as like a false nine or striker in this Chelsea system. It's a bit weird for me.
He's not a striker.
But yeah,
No, he's not a striker.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, Chelsea good value. I thought Man City. I know Man City had 30 something attempts, but I thought Man City were quite poor on the day. I thought they were really, really, really susceptible on the counter attack. Chelsea exposed that, and I thought offensively, I don't think they did enough to disrupt Chelsea's back line in the first half. I think in the second half, obviously, they stepped it up. And I think once you made the subs, it gave Man City more of an onus. But I felt like it was quite like brute force play from Man City. Not too much incision. It was literally just like high volume crosses, high volume, like just chucking the ball into the box. I didn't think there was that sort of like surgical play that you expect from Man City in the second half. But I don't think they did. I don't think they were. They deserved to lose the game. I think a draw probably was the fair result.
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy Sterling as well twice this season on City.
Oh yeah, we need to speak on him.
We must enjoy that. We must. I'm sorry, we must enjoy.
Sterling v. Walker.
Kyle Walker, man.
Yo,
Kyle Walker twice now, man. Twice.
The two players that Matisse has mentioned, for sure, were clear standout men of the match. It's very difficult to decide between Gusto and my man Disasi. I've always rated him. You know what I mean? Man showing his true potential. Big up Disasi, man. They were magnificent. I mean, first time in a long time you saw Chelsea playing as a team. There was togetherness. There was a bond. There was a desire to defend. And there was, they were doing the celebrating of like every tackle, every block. We haven't seen Chelsea like that for ages, since Azpilicueta days and shit, man.
Yeah.
That's Azpilicueta days, man. Like, since then, they've been absolute bums everywhere. But you can sense it, and dare I say it, last couple of performances have been a little bit better in terms of that unity, because that's what's required. I genuinely think they should have scored more goals. Man City onslaught came in the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes, where Man City could have scored 2, 3, 4. Like Haaland missed chance after chance after chance. But before that, Chelsea should have capitalized on at times, what was a kamikaze high line. I know they play like that. That's how City play. They go man on man at the back. Even there was so many times it was 3 against 3, 4 against 3. Chelsea very much like, do you remember against Spurs?
Yeah.
Spurs had 9 men, and they just couldn't put the breakaways away. Like I was pulling my chest hairs out
because you wanted us to win the first time.
The chances
you needed them goals, brother.
Bro, the chances they were missing in that, like in that period of the 4 week, second half. Yeah. And even in the first opening 20 minutes, like, because Man City just went all out attack. And Chelsea could have put them away, but that Jackson is frustrating. His movement, he keeps harassing players. His energy, his work rate is something to be, praised. But his technical ability and his finishing, it's not. And Raheem Sterling, I know you want to talk about it because it was a crisp finish. It was a crisp finish.
Chances.
But the other chances, Raheem, you gotta do better, man. You're supposed to be the leader of this attack. And that's where Chelsea have been suffering, because he is the leader of the attack, really. Obviously, he deemed Nkunku not fit enough to start. I think that would have made a difference if you had a fit Nkunku, because he's the calmest attacker. And from Man City's point of view, it's going to be, look, Kevin De Bruyne is, we know, one of the best midfielders of all time. But when he plays, it seems to all be about Kevin De Bruyne. They give him the ball in every situation. Bernardo Silva, Alvarez, Haaland, Doku, all seem to go in their show when Kevin De Bruyne. It's like we got big KDB on the pitch, man. Let him handle his business. And you got to remember, he's been out a long time. His 3rd game back, Huey, 4th game back, something like that.
7 or 8.
7 or 8. I mean, he's gonna take time to get back. And I agree with Toby. It wasn't their surgical way of going, because when City go behind, they don't change the way they play. They just increase the tempo, if anything else. But I felt that a little bit panicked, and I think that panic was because of the Chelsea defending, because they were making blocks, heading out crosses. And you got to rate Chelsea for that, man. And Toby's right. In the end, it became cross after cross after cross with Disasi and Colwell and heading balls
brilliant.
away. Yeah. So you got to big them up, man. Enzo had a very industrious game.
Yeah.
Caicedo off the ball was good. On the ball again wasn't great.
I don't know about off. He could have been sent off. I must say. It's why I give Enzo more praise for his industry, because I think Caicedo was really pushing his luck that game. I mean, Gallagher and Enzo were really good. I don't know.
But in the end, he didn't get sent off, which he didn't. In the end, he should have. No, sorry, he was on the brink of for so long.
Could have.
You know what I mean? He didn't. But yeah, man, it was an entertaining game. It was a very entertaining game from a neutral point of view. And look, Hugh's right. Title race is this what it's about, man. You're gonna have mad results. No one anticipated that result. Like we were pumping on Hughie. Come on, Hughie, where he was saying, "I want 4, I want 5." We were like, "Yeah, more, Hughie. I want."
We
6,
all predicted big. Yeah, we all predicted big wins.
I know.
Yeah, 3-0.
You know, a wise old man. Wise old man once said, "Football's a humbler, man." And it strikes at the most craziest times. And Hughie or any Man City fan didn't think it's gonna come against City. I mean, Chelsea. They didn't. But football's mad like that, man. But yeah, it was fun. It was from a neutral. Obviously, I wanted Chelsea to win. But if I take away that as well, it was an interesting game, because it's like, why always Pochettino and City? Like, I don't get it. He's got quite a good record against City.
Does he have a? I don't know. Tobes, you remind me of his Tottenham time. Does he have a good? I don't know if he has a good record against Pep, or is it City? Because when Sky Sports were flashing up,
he's got a good record against Pep. He knocked out the Champions League with Tottenham, and I don't think we beat them in their ground under Poch. We never beat them in their ground under Poch.
Okay. Nah, he did. He beat us.
No, not in the new stadium. Not in the new stadium. In the old stadium.
It was at Wembley. At Wembley. No, beat us twice actually. Beat us in 2018. Yes, beat us in the 2017-2018 season at home, and beat us again at home in the 2018-2019 season.
But that's 2 draws this season, and that's mad with a very, very inferior team. Like, very inferior team, and he's got 2 draws against them. And you know, some would argue he could have done even better. He could have gone a bit more better finishing. He set them up for a win, whether we call it a defensive setup or counter-attacking setup. However he done it, he engineered, or his team engineered, chances against Man City. I haven't seen Man City that open in a long time.
Do you know what it was, Grizz? You know what it was, Grizz? It was the point you made, I think, is the most relevant in this situation, was when you said it was the first time it looked like they were playing for Poch. And that was the big thing. That was the big thing. Because the actual tactical setup, it was no genius setup. It was no rocket science. It was nothing we'd never seen before. It's nothing we've never suffered from before. A low block, you frustrate us, you keep us at bay, and you hit us in the counter with pace. But the thing Poch did very well to get his players to get the result was you get them up for it. You get them hyped for it. You get them, mentally in the right place for it. You explain the game plan to them. You explain how this is going to work to them, that we're going to frustrate the life out of City. And we're going to force them to the point where I think it was Tobe said, or one of you said, that we're just, spamming crosses in at this point. And that's exactly what they did. So it's about Poch being able to manage the individuals and manage the personalities in the team to get up for the game. Because, like I said, the tactics weren't, they were nothing special. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Man United did that to us for years.
I feel like Gallagher. I feel like the press was really good though. Gallagher on Rodri for the second time this season really was on him. Like Gallagher in the first half, the pressing to win the ball, high up the pitch, turn over the ball, I thought was really, really strong. But yeah, man, I like you said earlier, the way your team's set up, we've spoken about Stones and Kanji before, Alvarez in the 8. It feels like it's just so simple to just put these pieces back in the positions that make the most sense, and then off you go. I don't know when that's going to happen, or why you have these players in these positions. I don't know. It's strange to me.
We got 27 super chats. So I'm going to slowly but surely move it on. All I've got to say is thank you to Chelsea. It's not often I say that, but I appreciate it.
I was conflicted because Arsenal Liverpool fans cheering us on. I was kind of, should we just give a little own goal?
Listen to me carefully. If we, by we, I mean Arsenal, if we go on to win this league, that 4 points you took off City this season, thank you. I won't let you forget that. You've helped us along the way if that is the outcome of the season, for sure. For
You
sure.
made, you made friends along the way.
Are
Yeah?
you
Is that
playing
what
them, by the
I'm
way?
proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, man. I'm
Football
growing up,
picture?
man. You're showing good
You're going
signs.
to
You see what you've done,
You're going to
Matisse?
the
You've won at this stage, but at what cost? At what cost?
Shit.
I said, oh shit. Cool.
Reality is
we got
kicked in now.
7.5k here. Hit the like button, people. I haven't checked how many we're on. I'm not gonna do that because we've got a fair few super chats in. I'll check shortly. Hopefully, we can get as close to 2,000 as possible. Let's make it
I'm
happen.
getting 3K, man. I'm getting 3K, B. I'm getting
Yeah.
3K likes. Yeah, man.
Calm.
3K
Tell them.
likes, bro. Come on.
Tell them. Let me get the super chats on City, Chelsea, and now because there's quite a few on other things. Big up, guys, says DDMK. Matisse, you didn't actually answer yesterday? Did you delete those tweets?
This is so. I told you guys before we started recording about this insane situation at the station, and I just hear on the intercom, it's Dean here, and he's a Spurs fan. So Tobes, this is your brother, and he's on the intercom, and he's like, "Yo, I think it was on platform 2. Can a member of the Big Six panel please go and delete their tweets?" And I'm hearing this on TFL intercom, thinking, "Raw, what's going on?" I don't even know what tweets you were meaning. You didn't go into detail, thankfully. I thought you were gonna, air out my business in front of the whole platform. Yeah.
What were you thinking when you heard that? When you heard that on the intercom, were you thinking
maybe I
you're
should
back on the gummies again?
Nah, I thought to myself, like, raw, what's going on with this show? Like, well, how have we got into a position where this is happening? Do you know what I mean? It didn't resonate with me. I was standing on the platform for like a good minute, just like looking around, thinking, what do I do now? And I went up there, spoke to him. He's a great guy, and yeah, man, it was funny, man, really funny. I'm not gonna forget that.
Big up, man.
Say
Big
no
up.
more. Well, what's his name? Big up to Dean, yeah?
Yeah.
Big up
Quality.
Dean, man.
Big up Dean.
Big up Big Steve as well. He
killing-
said Gremlin bombs.
He's killing me. He's
How the
spamming the
mighty have fallen.
Steve's put 100. I'm counting. Steve's put 115 messages in the chat.
Bro, he's going ham.
Steve's getting absolute ham in the chat, fighting everyone.
Wow, Steve built a special bond with the Gremlins during his time on the Big Six. Though. There was just something about Chelsea. He just loved rattling them.
Hates them so much.
What did he used to say? Chinos and lattes or something. He used to say something.
Chinos and lattes, yeah.
Chinos and lattes.
It's one of the oddest beefs ever. It really shouldn't exist.
But it's all insinuated by your lot. I see how crazy they are. I see why he has like a funny connection with them because they're a funny bunch.
It's not insinuated by
They're a
us.
funny
We
bunch. Like,
we
Steve,
extended the arm to you.
I hope you're good, my bro. I hope you're good. Long time. We need to catch up for sure. Ibby says, lifelong Chelsea fan. Saturday was the greatest night in the history of our club. If our manager and players want shit, we would have won. Big up Ibby. J Mon says the way Chelsea. Yeah, we know what Ibby's on. Big up Ibby. He's one of the mods on the channel as well. He said, J Mon says the way Chelsea are moving this. Go on.
No, I thought it's not the Ibby that joined us in the pro club.
No, that's Robert.
Nah.
Oh no.
1 week.
No,
I
don't think
Do you remember one of the fullbacks?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I remember Ibrahim. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ibrahim, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it might be him. Sure.
Jamon says the way Chelsea are moving this season, they get to cook Man City today, then lose to Brentford next match. MCFC Solo, Pep's obsession with Alvarez in midfield doesn't make sense. We were awful, but still had so many chances to win. We now have to go to Liverpool and win. We must rise.
You know what, on that as well, I think, Grizz, the point you made about everything having to go through Kevin De Bruyne, I agree. But it's because Alvarez is beside him. Because they know if they give it to Alvarez, he's not going to make something happen. Like you saw when he took Alvarez off and brought Bernardo Silva on, and Foden was able to kind of move around. Then the balance was so much better. I think it just upsets all the rhythm when you have Alvarez in there.
But also that, right? And I think me and Toby have, or maybe I'm giving credit to Toby for no reason, but I've definitely mentioned about Pep not using his subs as often as maybe he should this season. Again, a case of Oscar Bob. Like we've seen Doku do the same move for 90 minutes or however long it was or whatever, same thing, and Gusto didn't let him breathe. He literally didn't let him breathe on the pitch. Why not try Oscar Bob? You guys must be frustrated. Like you've got a potential match winner there who's proved himself to be a match winner early in the season. So much talent, yet he just doesn't move off the bench. He brought off Bernardo Silva, which you're you're thinking, why isn't Bernardo Silva starting in the first place in a crunch game like this? You haven't got overload of fixtures, and you haven't got any fixtures that stand out, even Copenhagen in the midweek or whatever. You need to play a strongest team. I would have thought against Chelsea, who are
He was injured.
one of the
He was
bigger
injured.
names. I was
He got
injured.
he got a bad knock in Copenhagen, Bernardo. So I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
expecting him to be in the matchday squad.
Oh, yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
yeah. He got that knock.
But
But
the
Oscar
Oscar
Bob,
Bob thing, the Oscar Bob thing. You're right. You're right. Like the Doku thing does frustrate me. I talk about balance. Like City's play, it's all about balance. It's all about balance. So you don't know what side City are going to strike from. They'll create an overload on one side and hit you on the other side. When Doku's in the pitch, it's like he slows it down. He'll take 2-3 extra touches. He'll take it to the byline. He might put in a bad cross or he'll turn back. It just slows the whole thing up. But Oscar Bob is a serious talent in the making. But he's only 20. He's 19, 20. He's very much at like an early kind of Phil Foden stage where he'll get minutes here and there. You'll see his brilliance and he'll be taken out of the spotlight again. And he'll persist with Alvarez in midfield. He'll persist with Doku in the wing because whilst Pep is stubborn, and that's great, it can also be his downfall at times. He's so stubborn, and that's the substitutions. Do you remember Pep protested to get 5 substitutes during COVID? He was like, I want 5 substitutes in the league. The next 2 or 3 games didn't use any substitutes. What are you doing, mate?
Yeah, that's a weird one. How he doesn't use his bench. You know, it seems like he doesn't trust certain players, or I don't know what it is. Or maybe become stubborn or so single-minded on, on the team, on the pitch.
He's
and,
very
forgets.
meticulous with his plans, though. It doesn't seem like he changes them for anything. Whether it's how he's dealt with Foden over the years, Gundogan in seasons, De Bruyne sometimes as well over the years. You'll wonder why he's not playing this big game, but at the end of the season, he's winning them the league. He just does things that, in the end, more often than not, it makes sense. Obviously, you get the one-offs like the Chelsea Champions League final, and where it still doesn't make sense, but more often than not, these things, it comes to a point where you look back and say, that's why he did it. So it might be one of those ones, because they're still in it. Like you said, I mean, it's big news that they've dropped points because no one expected them to. Not obviously, we all expected them to drop points from now to the end of the season, but it just seemed like they was getting into that run where they'd be, winning week in, week out. But like you said, around the same time last season, they had just beaten us and then drew 1-1 to Forest and then went on that run we're talking about. So it's still early days.
You know what? Like, the reason we don't get on the backs of these players when they just maybe don't look quite it in their first season, because how many City players have come and their first season just ain't it? I remember Rodri, we were calling him Plodri at one stage. You're just like, what? Who is this guy? Like, what's he doing when he first came from Atletico? Didn't really rate him that much. John Stones arrives from Everton, looked all over the shop. Mahrez comes from Leicester, first season. He didn't look like the Mahrez of Leicester at all. Gundogan, I think they called him Gundo Slow or Slow Doan or something in his first season because he didn't look it. And all these players, after one season, 18 months with Pep, it makes sense. It all makes sense as to why Pep brought them in. So you just persist with it because of the brilliance and the greatness. If it was anybody other than Pep, you'd be saying, what the hell? But you just kind of go with it.
And Shamar kind of touches on that subject, shaking his head at Akanji and Alvarez in midfield, adding Haaland can't finish his dinner right now and Doku needs to fix up. Riz, and I'm going to keep it at that, even though you've got a logo and everything, I'm going to keep it at Riz, says, even though we've been on an unbeaten run, we haven't played well. Relying on individual brilliance and getting over the line with a leaky defense has had me worried. Big up Hugh and the panel. Come on. Love for the love. Love for the love. So where's the super chat? Oh, there they are. My bad. We're back, people. We're back. The only way to make the skull intro better would have been to include the army of City lawyers walking behind Khaldoon. Oh yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah,
That would
sick.
have been sick. Go
Come
on,
on.
Mabs, with the invention there.
Brandon says, Steve, 10th place Chelsea took 4 points off your title fight this season. And Matisse, these 2 points may be the only ones to help Arsenal win the league.
I always say, you guys always have to spoil it now.
Oh,
you always have to spoil it. I said it when we was winning the game. I said, don't ruin it. And then the Arsenal fans at halftime just celebrating. I said, you're going to ruin it. And then we're going to have to do something bad. And then that's what we did.
But you're okay with us winning it, right? You're okay with us winning it?
Not really okay.
No?
But it's better than Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay.
Blue Moon says, Gremlins got a glorious draw. Don't worry, Hugh. Us City fans have chest, unlike the rest of the panelists. Just saying, fence sitters.
I don't know what you're saying, bro. Just saying what?
Antenna says, when will we speak on Doku? My guy is just Mudryk with a little culture to his game. I was hearing he was the best left winger, even better than Saka at one point.
That's mad.
And Blaze,
that was real. That was real talk, man. That was real talk.
But Blaze said that saying, when will the worst?
He did. Did you not see that video? Him and Joe Bale.
I think he said Foden's world class and Saka's not, which is wild.
Another video said Doku of Saka.
Real Ferdinand.
I think it was maybe on form, but still, Saka, come on, man. Saka's clear of Doku, man.
Blaze says, when will the worst takes on Big Six show happen? Quote, Doku best 1v1 in the world and 25-year-old Mbappe better than Henri. Have to be very high on the list. Big up Grizz, though. Grizz.
Listen. Of all people, Grizz said it. That's why it shocks me the most. Of all people,
I want to be clear. That's a Grizz quote, Doku best 1v1.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I remember when you saying that earlier in the season, I said, you are shooting.
What? When did he say this? I can't remember that
earlier in the season. He was high on the Doku thing. And don't get me wrong, Doku's talented, but shit. But shit.
I love
Oh shit!
I thought it was a decent battle between him and Gusto, man. I thought it was a decent battle. I didn't think.
Nah, Gusto won that clear. I still love Doku. Gusto won that clear.
Because he did some good things.
It's that 99% got Grizz going, man. I'm telling you.
If you don't know what the second bit of that super chat's talking about Mbappe better than Henri, check out the content. The other day, top 6 strikers landed. Go check it out. Listen,
enjoy the content. Enjoy the content. That's all I'm saying.
I totally forgot about SAEED mispronouncing that name, and when that happened on the
don't
video,
say nothing, man. Don't say nothing, man.
Let them go watch it.
I won't spoil, but it's so
yeah.
Don't spoil it.
Crazy.
Legendary. Eli says, can the panel quickly all answer who they'd prefer, Pulisic or Mudryk Madueke?
What a choice.
Seriously,
well, right, let me break you down because they've all played for my club. Pulisic had injury issues, so that was a bit of that was a massive problem with him in terms of availability. But we look at the talents, all three of them. For me, Mudryk is at the bottom. I'm not trying to like jump the gun because it's early still in his career, but I can't lie. He's looking to be at the bottom of that list. Madueke, Mudryk, Pulisic. You probably put Pulisic at the top of this, but yeah. It's early days for Madueke.
Pulisic is clear, people. Honestly, I mean, injuries aside, of course, injuries.
Toby's favorite player, man, Captain America.
He really didn't like Pulisic, Toby.
Captain America. He's better than both of them, though. I'll be real. He's better than both of them.
I think Madueke's got something to him, though.
He's not good enough for Chelsea. I'll be real. He's not good enough.
No, he should be at a lower team. But I guess we're on the table. But he should be at a team, developing and then obviously come to play this pressure. Yeah. But I think he's got something.
Yeah, wherever he's got, it's not Chelsea level. That's what I'm saying. So
it depends what Chelsea level means anymore.
Very good point. Very good point.
Let's not dwell on the topic too much. Can we talk about the two Belgian frauds, De Bruyne and Doku, the two most overrated players in the Premier League? I can't believe people put KDB in conversations with Modric.
Wow.
Listen, let's not.
I don't think we even need to dignify this with a response.
Let's not do that. Big up the super chat, but yeah, we're not going to talk about De Bruyne fraud and whatnot. African Cat says people kept saying City will go on the run. Hello, what the fuck? City deserve nothing this season. They are a myth, conceding each match. Haaland rattled for what?
Is it 11 wins in the bounce? Not a run, mate. That's what we just did until we drew to Chelsea. It's not the end of the world.
King Howie says, joined late, but I had to drop a super chat for the intro. Big up, Skull. Come on. Always. Actually, no, that's a Liverpool one. Bad to get that up. Here we are. Massum says, it's always a cup final for lower mid-table teams versus City. Hopefully, Chelsea didn't play their cup final a week early, Matisse. JC says, big up Philip Walter Foden, Bukayo Saka's youngest son.
That's mad. Very disrespectful.
Why are you letting that one linger, Turkish?
That's very disrespectful.
I'm trying to look for the next one.
Yeah, say you are.
That's very disrespectful.
I left my glasses downstairs.
Is he being serious right now?
That's very disrespectful.
Turkish is nasty sometimes,
Technology, man.
It's so subtle with him, you know that. But you have to clock it early. Catch him in the bud.
Hey, Robert says, big up Robert, man. Matisse,
Yes,
what a terrible
Robert.
job
He's back.
by these
That's Robert.
sporting
Here
directors
come
recruiting Gusto, Nico, Axel,
Robert.
Cole,
Robert's
family,
fighting
man.
back.
Robert's part of the
all
furniture now.
40 M's. Want them gone, huh?
Robert's fighting back. He left Mudryk out of that list, so at least we know what he thinks of him. But it's not about each individual player. You know, Fofana at Burnley
Got
looks
Bradley
nice.
Shaw wrong as well.
Andre Santos, you know, I think is a talent. Angelo's a good player. It's about the lack of balance, and you know, look at what we were bringing on as well. You know, look at the bench. Obviously, there's injuries, but Cassidy coming on, so it's about balance, bro. There's a reason why we're in this position. If you're trying to tell me that over the last year we've been mid-table and it's got nothing to do with recruitment, nothing to do with the fact that we don't have a world-class striker after spending $1 billion, nothing to do with the fact that we don't have any leaders in the team, nothing to do with the fact that we don't have you know, a world-class goalkeeper. If you're happy, all good, no problem.
Just remember, Ben White smoked Doku so much they had to switch him to the right.
Turkish, come on, man.
Can we talk about how City have been horrible against the top 6 teams?
This fucking guy.
Whoa, what's going on today? This City
One day we will all
know.
speak about Ben White. One day we will speak about Ben White because that guy is
because of the lad
Squinting his
Bible
eyes,
thing.
pretending he's looking for
very
super chat.
consistent guy. People don't want to give him flowers. Ben
Ben White hype.
very. Let me not speak, man.
Him over Carl
Sometimes
Walker
we
in the
give
lad
20
Bible thing.
minutes on Dalot and things on this show, but Ben White doesn't even get a set. Please, man.
Listen.
I didn't feel that was necessary. I think Dalot is a nice
Talk
player.
about
I think you could have
it.
found someone else to shoot at.
All right, cool. Actually, there's one more here from Hamza. One more. Hamza says, I know it's hindsight, but I can't believe we sold Mount and Havertz for 120 mil and Pulisic for just 17. He's better than both. Way better. That move annoys me. Big up everyone that sent in the super chats, people. Show some love to the video, so hit the like button. But we can't move from City yet. Brentford home tomorrow night, Hugh. A chance to bounce back, your game in hand. Not much. Well, is there much to say on it, really?
Just respond.
predictions.
Respond. I'm
Yeah.
glad it's when it is. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to dwell on that Chelsea game for a week. So respond. The players spoke after the game. The manager spoke after the game. And it sounds like they're vexed with what they did against Chelsea. So yeah, man. Listen, Brentford, they have a good track record against City at the Etihad, but we beat them a few weeks ago, didn't we, down their place? So look, I expect to hopefully do something. I'm not going to do the chest thing again this time, but we'll see.
Little change to the table actually, so we might as well get that up now. SAEED predicted a correct score, the only one on the panel, and I've had a mere 1 point this week, so a little change there. SAEED's now in second, Tobe still first, I'm in third, Matisse in fourth, Hughes in fifth, GRIZZ still in sixth. So that's how it's looking. Tobe's with a healthy lead and GRIZZ still with some catching up to do. Tobes, Man City, Brentford.
3-1. I'm doing a U here.
Say no more. SAEED.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Man City.
3-0. I'm gonna go 5-1 Man City.
Wow.
Matisse.
I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm gonna give Man City the 3 points. 3-0 win.
3-0. Hugh.
Yeah.
3-1 Man City.
And GRIZZ.
4-0.
All healthy City wins. SAEED and Matisse have gone 3-0. Tobes and Hugh have gone 3-1. GRIZZ has gone 4-0. I've gone 5-1. Let us know yours in the chat, in the comment section if you're watching after. Next up, should we wrap up the title? Let's wrap up the title race first before we move on to the other bits and bobs that we need to talk about. GRIZZ, both of us comfy wins. I say your one's better considering Brentford are a better team than Burnley. You scored 4, we scored 5. Happy days. It keeps on Salah back as well. Actually, I say happy days, but a couple injuries for you in the game. Salah comes back, gets a goal and assist. How you feeling?
It was mixed emotions. I'm a little bit feeling better today, obviously 48, 72 hours later, but it was mixed emotions because remember, I don't know, you guys might remember, every week I was losing, it seemed like, but Brentford was the worst defeat of them all. It was demoralizing. It was a show that I'd questioned everything. Clout, tactics, personnel, he's finished, Fabinho's finished, Hender's finished, Virgil's finished, everyone was finished for me for that game. Probably the worst feeling as a Liverpool fan under Klopp. But it was the total opposite this time. We went there with news Alisson the night before fell ill. Sorry, picked up a hamstring injury. We thought, oh no, Kelleher with the way Brentford. A lot of fans were like worried, anxious, nervous. They're gonna bombard us. Do you know what I mean? He didn't pick Gomez. We thought he's gonna pick the tallest team possible. Bro, there were some unsung heroes. We all know about Konate and Virgil and all of these players, and even Nunez. You got to big up Nunez. We know all about these players. The big boy player, but the unsung heroes for me: Wataru Endo, Connor Bradley, Ryan Gravenberch, who has been so underwhelming. Is that the right word for Ryan Gravenberch?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, underwhelming. He came in and they just balled out. I was so gutted when Jota and Jones went off. Jota obviously looks like he's out for majority of the season now. They're saying 2 months, which is pretty much, takes it up to April. Jones, hopefully not too bad as initially feared. But if you take away those, if you can take away the sadness of those 2 injuries, because they were playing. Like Jota was bullying them big centre-backs. Like little Jota, he was bullying them big centre-backs. He was madness. But Darwin Nunez, is he a mad fucker or what? Is he mad? Like, if all of us went through, like, we're going to do content like that where we're going to go through.
He's tapped.
He's tapped in the head.
Bro, Michael Owen said it best. There's something wrong with him.
Bro, if you go through like that away to Brentford, you're under huge pressure for missing sitters after sitter. And we know the opening goal is vital. You choose the hardest finish in the textbook to do that. I didn't know what. Imagine he missed that. The pressure. He's got some, pause. You know what I mean? Big
He's
moves,
on it,
man.
bro. He's not wired. He's not wired like everyone else, bro.
He's the most bipolar striker ever. I think the commentator summed it up so well, Grizz. I don't know if you heard the commentary. It was, he makes the impossible look easy and the easy look impossible at times. Like
I found out, Huey, guys. I found out that keeper's 6'4", and he didn't go down, guys. He stood up.
No, he stood up. Yeah.
So he chipped a 6-foot goalkeeper that jumped up in the air. I don't know how much that make it. 10 foot. Like that's one of those devil Sukir chips. Remember, like how he done it all.
Unbelievable goal.
Yeah. It was a ridiculously cool finish, man. Ridiculous finish, and he was playing so good as well. Don't forget, he went off at half-time as well. So he put up with a muscle injury. Diogo Jota pulled up. Got like one of the big fuck off midfielders just fell on his knee, like collapsed his knee. And Curtis Jones got a nasty wrap around just above his ankle. 3 of our most crucial players added on to already the list of Alisson, Trent, Szoboszlai. We've got about 8 first teamers missing now, guys. It's not even a joke. I know everyone's got injuries. I'm just talking about my team, though. So for me, it's not a joke. But our performance after that, once we took the lead, after 20 minutes, Connor Bradley, guys. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but Connor Bradley was magnificent again. And I think, who said it? Was it SAEED? No, someone said, like, I can't believe it, man. Someone said it, like, I can't believe it. Trent's out, and we're thinking, yeah, what they're going to do at Trent. And this unknown brother steps up. It's just not right. And that's what he's done. He's just stepped up and playing like an absolute demon. After that, some of the goals were crisp. Mohamed Salah came on and just... He missed that chance and he smiled. And everyone knew that's a smiling assassin smile. Like, okay, no problem. I missed that, but I'm gonna murder you lot for the next 35 minutes. And he was mad. It was like he's never been away. It was like a young Salah, refreshed Salah. A bit more bad news. He picked up a little bit of a muscle fatigue as well, and there's a little bit of a doubt as well for Wednesday. But it's mental the way he came in, and I told you about playmaking Salah. Remember we done the show at the start of the season? I said Mohamed Salah is going to become one of the best assists. and he's playing some crazy football, man. And McAllister, different role. I was so happy with the performance, but so gutted and overshadowed with the injuries. I just hope that's not the reason why we don't go further in all competitions. You know what I mean?
I feel like
honestly,
you might
but it's
have to
not even an
prioritise.
excuse.
No, I
It's
know
not
it's
even-
not, but you might have to prioritize now. Not the
I'm not
cup
even.
final, but the
I'm not
Europa
even
League.
joking. I don't know what kind of team we're going to pick for Sunday. Like we got a game tomorrow, Sunday, and then we got Southampton where we can totally rotate in Wednesday. We got 3 games in 7 days with a depleted squad of players. But adrenaline, good vibes, energy. # do it for Klopp. We must continue. We must continue.
I feel like we're in a lose-lose situation now, because if we win, they're gonna say, "Oh, you did it against some dead Liverpool team." If we lose, they're gonna say it's embarrassing. Obviously, I sympathise with the injuries. I've had the same amount of injuries every game all season, but match of the day, they only want to cover what they want to cover. But Bradley, if this gets Trent into midfield, I've been cooking up this food for a while. Nobody wants to eat it, but I can't envision really dropping Bradley the way he's been playing. I'd love to see both of them out there, because the way this guy defends, I said it against Arsenal at the Emirates. Martinelli, when he came up against Bradley, he was like, "Oh shit, this is different. I'm not gonna just kick it past him and just ghost or run past him. I'm actually gonna have to put together some serious skills." Bradley's coming to this team. I think you guys mentioned the Scottish guy that you bought that as meant to be the backup for Trent, but he's been injured. I didn't hear nothing about Bradley. I didn't, not saying from your fans, but I've not heard of Bradley before this burst into the team. He's been crazy. Obviously, he ripped us up, so we know better than anyone. So fair play to him. And McAllister, this is why Liverpool need another 6 with Endo, because McAllister, higher up the pitch, being able to do a lot more of a more well-rounded midfield performance. I know Klopp said he's 6 and he's happy with him there. McAllister's got goals. He's got goals in him. He can strike a ball. He can pass. He's a brilliant little player. So I think if you can get him in that position more often, you're going to just your team potentially is going to go on to another level, because you've not seen it all season.
I got into arguments. You start you know how it is, isn't it? Sometimes you start a talking point, a debate, and people go mad. Like, I just put it out there. I said, is there a debate about Trent getting back in? Because this guy's performances have been so elite, guys, for a kid. And everyone went, "How dare you say it's a debate? There's no debate." There is a debate. This guy is balling out like different. And Trent has to up his game. We know Trent is the master with a ball at his feet and everything. But this guy, I don't know if you saw the game, but he made a run in the first half. And at the end of it, he didn't just blast with his left foot or right foot, whatever. Just, he tried to do a Romario early finish into the corner and the keeper made a save. It just shows you the guy's switched on in the opposition half as well. And then he's tracking back, making last minute tackles. And he's so comfortable on the ball. Yeah, I love him, I love Conor Bradley.
I like him, man. I like him. I wish he'd elected to play for the Republic of Ireland. It's a shame that he chose to play for the North.
Oh, yeah. He's not.
He's
Where was he born? Where was he born?
He's born up north, I assume. If that's where he chose. Like, it would have been sick to have him in our team. We could do with him at the international level. Him and Evan Ferguson, you know what I mean? It would have been cool. But nah, he's a serious player. I don't know where Liverpool keep finding these fullbacks, because they're making them at a really, really high level. And do you think yourself there's a way he could work Trent and Bradley into the same team?
This is what Matisse was saying, the debate about Trent and midfield. I still don't want Trent in midfield. Like, I know it's mad. I don't know what the new manager's going to think, though. You know what I mean? True. I don't want Trent as a number 6. I don't think Trent's got the, what do you call it?
Defensive awareness.
Defensive awareness.
You can't.
Yeah.
No, man.
So he hasn't got that yet. If he can develop that, I don't know. If you want to give him the Kevin De Bruyne type role, like free, go and do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, maybe, because he's a baller and his striking ability is, as I said, on a par with Kevin De Bruyne. There's no one who can strike the ball like Kevin De Bruyne and Trent. So if you want to give him that role, I don't see him as an 8 as well, because I don't think he's got the ability to be press resistant. Like McAllister's press resistant as well. Like, someone like Thiago.
But do you think that's something he could develop? Because he's so intelligent. I don't see why he couldn't. You know what I mean? It's not something.
Gravenberch has got it. Like, Ryan Gravenberch isn't half the ball strike and, that type of player like Trent. But even Ryan Gravenberch, you see how he turns on the ball Trent, I don't think has got it, and obviously he hasn't needed it because he's been a fullback all his life.
Game's always in front of him.
Oh, the ball's in front of him. You get it, Tobes. So it's a different position. I don't know, but Conor Bradley. All I do know is Conor Bradley ain't here to make up numbers and be.
No. Do you know what it is? Now that Klopp's going,
the new manager,
the possibilities are endless because Liverpool have always played this high intensity back and forth football, which Trent probably doesn't suit in a midfield role. But if you slow that game down and it becomes more possession based, Trent is unbelievable on the ball. So why couldn't he go in there and dictate and get on the ball and, you know, play his passes and not have to do the back and forth? We don't know how Liverpool are going to play. So I think it's got something to it, man. I think it's got legs.
The competition is there. He's not a powerhouse like Szoboszlai.
No.
He hasn't got, as I said, the press resistance Curtis Jones has. And he can't play the 6. Like some people are saying him and McAllister would be an ideal combination in a double pivot. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Not for me.
He'll get ran through.
Yeah, I'm on your side, Tobbs. I think I wouldn't like him there, but there has to be a place for Trent.
I think if you got like a proper, like a Paulinho type 6. Remember when Matic used to play with Fabregas? I could see that working a bit more. Not a McAllister, but like a proper
Fabregas
DM.
was press resistant though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Trent can be.
What's happening with his contract though?
I don't know, man.
Oh, he'll agree a new one. He just, you know what I mean? It's just obviously other things need to be resolved first. By him and Virgil.
Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah. I don't know. It's coming up to
Real Madrid be looking. I can't
peak time.
Real Madrid, the team that you disrespect. It would be so good.
You're not dragging me in this. You're not dragging me in this.
The team that you.
Let me eat my cake, man.
But a well-run side assesses the situation and says, "What if he's got a year left in the summer and he's not signing by come April? You've got to start planning your summer activity."
Let me get a piece of that, bro. I like some of what they're cooking up north in England. Let me get a piece of
he's our next captain, man. He's our next captain. He ain't going nowhere. He's our next captain. You looking all dream and you know what I mean. Fantasize all you want, but yeah,
bro. Listen, you better watch out. You heard of Faisal? You heard of Faisal? You better watch out.
I tell him just shut his mouth as well every time.
Let me see what we got here on the Liverpool front. Tricky Redman says, Grizz, do you think our injuries will be the demise of our league title challenge, especially with Jota out? # long season.
Yeah, man, we need them ASAP. Look, overall, Jota is the only long-term one. The others should be back. Should be back within the next 2-3 weeks. Maximum 3 weeks, should be back. Alisson, touch and go. But Jota's the big one. Like, I know we got the others, but Jota's, you guys know what I think of Jota. Like, everyone talks about Nunez, Salah, and everyone, but Jota's so good. So good.
Clutch goals, man. He gets clutch goals as well. It's business end of the season.
His header was underrated, you know. Like, that assist.
Quality.
That's like, you know, he knew exactly. He didn't look once at him.
Quality.
Like, people are saying, oh, it's simple. It's the obvious thing. It's not the obvious thing, man.
Yeah, in this day and age.
But yeah,
it's one of them ones where it kind of was, but not many people do the obvious thing in that moment. Like that.
He's a bully. You know, he's 5'10" or something, and you know what? The way he he just bullies big centre halves.
West Coast Cop says, "Big up the best damn show out there." Come on, my guy. But Tobes, do you want to revise your Darwin Werner?
Yo, who done that Darwin Werner? Because I've been telling people saying, "Can you gun for whoever done that?"
Why do I need to?
Who done that Darwin Werner tweet from the main account?
Which one was it?
That wasn't me.
Darwin Werner.
That would have been Tobes, man.
Someone said Darwin Werner.
That wasn't me. It actually wasn't me.
Matisse, lift your head up.
Werner.
It wasn't me. I know who it was. I don't want to rat them out.
Rat them out, please. It wasn't me.
Okay.
It was me.
Okay, we got little partnerships going on. Okay, you don't want to rat people out. Okay.
Well, I don't want to clip on them. I don't want to clip. Not everybody with the account is on the panel. Yeah.
Let me sip on my tea and contemplate.
I wonder who.
That's yeah. He
tried not Werner, you know.
That is mad. Yusuf says Trent is an elite ball striker, but everything else about his game is average or below par. On the ball, he's not as good as Reece.
Yeah, swiftly moving on.
Let's move on, please.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat.
Stacino says Matip, Thiago, Bajetic, Szoboszlai, Trent, Jota, Jones, Alisson, all injured. Salah and Nunez banged up for tech next couple of games.
It's peak, but we got to get on with it. Here's what it is.
Gotta do what you gotta do. JC says, I don't know about everyone else, but I'd pay good money for a SAEED TV, Football Carnage TV joint watch along.
Come on, don't go anywhere, man.
Listen to me always.
Don't go anywhere.
100%.
We're planning, bro.
Come on.
Big things are going.
Big things are going.
That's the super chats on live. Actually, one more here from oh no, that's the one I just said, didn't it? Nah, this not actually. Trent, McAllister, Szoboszlai is the best Klopp midfield. Trent is extremely slow to turn his hips and is burned by Vinny, Saka, Son, Doku. And AK says, seems Liverpool not out of third gear yet with all their injuries and still on top. Levels. And Don Perez says, Trent will be our Cruz and Carvajal replacement. 2-in-1. He's an elite passer of the ball. And let's be honest, he'll look good in white. Real Madrid.
I love it
fan
when
there.
Real Madrid fans flex their muscles. It makes me
yeah, the arrogance.
Especially because I don't like Barcelona.
There's nothing.
Ala Madrid to the death.
Ala Madrid.
Look how excited you lot get, man. Oh, you lot, big smiles on your fuck off faces. Look at you lot.
It's funny, bro. What? We shouldn't laugh. It's funny, bro.
No, you got big smiles. Like,
you know what it is,
you might go to Madrid. Ala Madrid. Yeah.
You know what it is, yeah? Real Madrid are the ones that chat, but they back their chat. When they stomp into a building, you know what time it is. I remember last season, the Bellingham brigade, Liverpool versus Man City. Who's gonna get Bellingham? Real Madrid just like, yo, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Just took him and just left you two in the darkness. I love that shit. I love that shit. I love that shit, man. I love it.
But the difference, is
Premier League is a humbler.
He went for Hernandez with Steven Gerrard.
The difference that you lot are making, not differentiating between is Trent is at Liverpool. He's not at a different club where Madrid are going to so you know what I mean? So Madrid come calling, no problem. I get it.
But with FSG, man.
With all your clubs, I get it. But you know what I mean?
FSG? Well, FSG not going to turn out that money.
Our next
I remember when Henry was...
Do you not
remember when Henry had the selfie stick out on Instagram doing up apology notices about Super League? You think this man's going to turn down money for Trent? FSG are watching. Big money.
I actually think he stays.
Oh, you ain't lost players. You ain't lost players. The clubs before.
Suarez.
Bro, no, I'm talking about times, bro. People move on. Times move on. Coutinho, are you lot seriously mocking us for losing Coutinho when we became the best team in the world after losing him? Yeah, we know what we're doing in the market. We know what we're doing in the market. And let me put this even out there. And this is not happening, and I'm not sitting on the fence or bottling it or whatever. But even if we were to accept a £250 million bid for Trent or whatever, I trust the process every single time, brothers. I'm not a panicker, Annika.
Has he got a year left in his contract, or am I going mad?
That's how long's he got left?
Yeah, but we ain't taking less than 150.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah, with a year left, you will.
You think you're own?
You might not. You're speaking from a Liverpool fan. You're not speaking as a businessman. I need you to put chicken wing hat on. Not war hat. Take off the war hat. Put chicken wing hat on. 100 million. 1 year left. Gone. Bye.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Adios, Trent.
What's he doing now?
He's getting more cake. Oh no, he's putting on.
Negotiations have opened.
He's got his wheeler dealer hat.
All right, let's get the bids in. All right, lads, let's get the bids in. How much you want? You want Trent? What's your best offer, son? What's your best offer? 100 million? Nah. 70 million? Nah, it's not happening, mate. Take your, what is it? Liras. What are they business in? Liras. Madrid. Euros, isn't it?
Euros.
Yeah, euros. Yeah, take your euros.
Made in Europe, you know.
Liras, you know. Take your euros and take your euros and stuff it with a sundown shot.
You know what? You know when you're at the market and you're like, yo, what's the price of this? They tell you, let's negotiate. That's what you're doing right now. It just reminds me of that.
Chris, there's no dodgy dealers, yo. Them dodgy dealers that tell you it's £2, but it's something like 50p and that.
Everything will be calm, man. Everything calm. He's our next. He knows he's our next captain. Virgil's got another year or two left. He knows he's our next captain for a decade. I mean,
Virgil might be gone as well. Might be gone as well.
Whatever, man.
No, I'm being bruv. Like, you have to explore.
You're not being serious. He's not, is he though? He's not. Of course he might be gone. But he's just come out and said, I love this club. You know what I mean?
He's
I ain't-
33, so I think
Yeah.
there's even less on that one. He's
I'm saying in terms of his age. He's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
another
He
year or
wanted
two
to be a
left.
legend, man. He'll want to be a legend, even though he probably is a legend. You know, what I mean, he want to like
He
see
definitely
it
is a
out. man.
legend.
Liverpool,
Probably, you
man.
know, man saying probably,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, even though he's probably a legend. Have you spoken about our midfield and McAllister and Endo? Have you praised us today?
It's not
Everyone's
time
saying,
to-
why Saeed
it's not
quiet?
time to move on. One of the super chat. It's time to move on.
Saeed don't want to talk about
Yeah.
midfield. You know how many every week he cussed my midfield for the first 17 weeks,
Really?
and then he
Well,
just
I-
realized, oh shit, oh shit.
You should be crediting me. I told you to start Endo, man.
Did he do
So-
another watch along?
You get me?
Did you do another
No,
watch?
not really.
Thank
I
God.
didn't do watch along.
You
Told you
sure?
to stop that.
I did Arsenal, man. I did Arsenal performance, man. 5-star performance again. Shout out to Arsenal.
Come on.
Get
Come
me?
on.
That's what you call swagger, man. Liverpool, man. That's dead, man.
I told you.
Before we move on to Arsenal, wrap up the title race talk. Liverpool Luton. That's the next one up. Nothing much. We won't touch.
Wait,
it.
man's are saying he done an 8-hour watch along. He's lying shit. He done an 8-hour watch along.
The receipts are there.
Bro,
The
how
receipts
do
are
you
there,
not do
man.
it, bro? Do you not get tired?
Bro.
8 hours.
Listen,
40
man.
hour watch along.
I'm not gonna lie,
soldiers, man.
it's
We're
mad.
soldiers.
It's mad.
It was
It's
soldiers,
actually
man.
mad.
Keep doing the watch
Football
alongs,
men.
please.
It's mad.
Tobes,
Listen,
Liverpool,
is what it
Luton. I
is.
don't know. Grizz, do you want to say anything? Supported club, hometown club.
No. Just we have what kind of team we pick, we have to win. Luton had a, you know what I mean. We talk about the United game, whatever. They're not going to be as simple as everyone thinks, especially with the state of our squad. I don't think Nunez is going to start. Jota's definitely out. Jones is definitely out. All the players are definitely out. But whoever starts, Gakpo, Diaz, Elliott, we're probably gonna have to go with them three up front. But we're gonna have to do it. We're just gonna have to get, even if it's a scrappy 2-1 or 1-0, whatever, to do it, and then move on. No excuses.
Prediction, Tobes. You might as well kick us off.
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0, Saeed.
I've just told you our front three, yeah. Gakpo, Diaz, Elliott.
Elliot can
Yeah,
turn up.
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0. I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool. Matisse.
And so Gakpo, you say is one of the best finishers. You've said this multiple times.
Yeah, like, did you see his finish on Sunday?
Yeah, good finish. I'm not gonna lie, we should have spoke on Brentford's defending. Disgusting, but man.
We panicked them, man. We panicked them.
Yeah. Listen, Elliot. I've seen Elliot turn up and drop masterclasses. So I'm gonna say 4-1 Liverpool.
4.
Yeah, fuck it.
4-1. Hugh.
The GRIZZ Classico, Liverpool Luton. I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool.
The GRIZZ Classico. 3-0. Oh shit! Wait. Saeed, have I asked you your prediction?
Yeah, he said 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
So you said 2-0. Hugh said 3-0. Tobes went 2-0. Matisse 4-1. I've gone 4-1. Now it's Grizz.
I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
3-1. You laughed at me. Say no more. It's cool.
And I'm just doing mad ones. Fuck, try and make sense of my shit, man. I'm last for a reason.
No, don't worry. You got a correct score there in the bag. All right, cool. Liverpool out the way. Super chats on Liverpool out the way. People, I haven't forgotten any super chats. They're all here. I'll get them in at the right time. Right now, we're on topic, so we're gonna get them in on topic. There's a few Arsenal ones already. We'll move on to Arsenal. Another away win. 5 this time. Listen, last season I joked about moving in silence and whatnot, and it's hard to move in silence when you're leading the way in the league. This season, I feel better about this season now than I did last season at the same time. I'm looking forward to the challenge of catching up and going under the radar at this point, because we've just scored 11 in 2, 21 in 5, and really, I still think we're going under the radar in terms of the race and really kind of grabbing the attention of others. I think it's fair to say we're there, but I think everyone's favourites are still between Liverpool and City, in my opinion. In terms of the performance, Odegaard is probably the one I want to pick out mostly out of everyone, because first half of the season there was a lot said about him. Can he stand up in tough moments? Goes ghost in big games. At turn of the year, he's just kicked on, and last couple of games he's been pretty much immaculate. 9, 10 out of 10 both games, controlling things, creating chances, doing the dirty work. That's why I never, when people say, yeah, this player's working hard, or yeah, this player's working hard is not enough. I think Odegaard is the type of player you look at and say, he does that stuff. When Roy Keane said that's part of your job, that is part of your job. You're not being paid all this money not to work hard. It's the quality on top of working hard that a lot of players fail to really, either bring or add on top of their game. Odegaard, listen, quality. I know a lot of talk about his captaincy earlier in the season. We ain't going to be stripping Odegaard of captaincy, regardless of what people think about Rice. That ain't happening. Odegaard, so far as captain, he's been our best captain since
Gallas.
Nah, bro, fuck Gallas.
Bro. Sorry, but you listen, you just won 5-0. I needed to humble you quickly and remind you.
He's been our best captain for a while still. But yeah, Odegaard's doing his thing, man. Other players, I could talk about Ben White again. Kivior done his thing. Gabriel Saliba bossing it. Raya, there's no conversations about Raya anymore. Earlier in the season, was it right? Was should we have done it? Now there's no more conversations about it. I think that's testament to what he adds. Look at Tom's face. Listen, that's one of your players that you've had a big grudge against. He's gone down.
Campbell played off.
Ryan's not chucking the ball into the net, and all of a sudden people are clocking. He's a considerable upgrade on Ramsdale. What a surprise!
Yeah, I mean, you should stop chucking the ball into the net, really, innit?
Yeah. But,
why'd you say it like it was some minor thing?
To go out and spend this money on someone who's not.
Have you guys signed him permanently yet?
No, but it's pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's a gentleman's
but
agreement.
the thing is with Tobes, right? Ramsdale superseded what you thought he was capable of, because I saw what you said on FC. You're like, I hate a lot of players. Ramsdale's one of them players that you hate. So when Ramsdale was actually doing okay, you were not having none of it, bro. You thought this brother would get Arsenal relegated.
They were doing too much. They were putting too much dip on the chip, and it's funny I mentioned Chip because they're sending his ass back up north to make chip buddies at Sheffield. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do, because he's not. Remember all the summer talk about, oh my god, Arsenal, we're gonna rotate our goalkeepers. No, brother, no. Riot's coming.
Why does Toast always find one person to get onto every fucking show?
Take your damn spot.
He's going for the guy that hasn't played a game in like 3 months or however long it's been.
Tell his dad to pack his bags, go do some podcasts up north. Yeah, cool. Getting shipped out of there, bro. Yeah.
Who else? Saka again, though. Listen, another 2 goals comes off, saves him for the Porto game, but he's on course for a 20-goal season. I can see it happening. 12 goals, still 14 games to go?
Is it 12? I thought he was on 13. Is it 12?
12, yeah, 12. 2 got him to 10, 2 more got him. Yeah, 12 goals, 7 assists off the top of my head. Or it might be 6 assists, but he's on course for a 20-goal season, in a season where I've mentioned his all-round performances earlier on in the season weren't quite hitting, but it weren't hitting for a lot of players. His numbers were still up there. And, bro, look, we mentioned Rio's conversation about him. He's en route to that conversation, in my opinion. He's en route to the world-class conversation. We've mentioned it before. He's not quite there yet for me, but, by the end of this season, look, we're still in the Champions League. We're still in the title race. There's big moments to come for big players to step up. And for me, that is a difference maker in that conversation. So long may that continue. Kai, I can finally see what, people are saying about Kai. My eyes have opened. I listened to Matisse and Tobes a bit too much on Kai over the years, and I think it clouded my judgment. But now I'm looking at him on that pitch, and I can't remember the last player we've had of this sort of ilk and quality. And
it's my camera.
I'm trying, people. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Now, in all seriousness, yeah. I think he had a good game, but it was a great.
I didn't watch, so I'll take your word on it. I didn't watch the game, so yeah.
No, Kai haven't slandered today. That's my silky
Yeah,
German.
I've not said anything.
He's
I'm not saying
to
And
the
the
kingdom.
comments have been getting onto us, you know. The
Brother,
comments have been getting
listen,
onto us,
you know-
like,
yeah, do you know
give
what?
his
Because
credit, man.
when Arsenal win big, it's very wrong of us to go and slander a player for
Yeah,
30
yeah, yeah.
minutes. We should praise Arsenal. That's the silky German. That's the keys to the kingdom, not the bimmer. Big up, Kai. We go again. That's what it is, man.
Nice little shimmy nutmeg goal. Week of
Yeah,
four.
man.
But
Nice
more of
goal.
that. More of that.
Nah,
but
for real.
Big up Kai as well. Thought I'd mention him considering the amount of talk around his name week in, week out. But yeah, cool. And he was actually involved in. Was he involved in every goal? I think he was involved in every goal. In every move, he played some part in it. I believe.
Winning the ball back, isn't it?
Why are you squirming like that, Tobis, man? You don't like this?
No, I'm smiling. No, where's the squirming? I'm literally smiling.
Bro, you know, you're trying our best here. Let's just let the segment go.
He's the hub. He's the hub.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, the super chats have come in on the subject already, so let me get them in now because there's going to be a little, conversation around it. Grafter earlier message saying, Tobe said Maddison's better than Odegaard on FCM. Thoughts? Also, I need Matisse to stop saying you have your own Jesus in Jackson because that brother is nowhere near Gabriel Jesus.
This point on Maddison Odegaard, this isn't a new opinion of mine. I had this opinion when Maddison was at Leicester and Odegaard was on loan at Arsenal. Last season, Odegaard performed better than Maddison. I've maintained there's not much between the two. If anyone wants to say Odegaard is better than Maddison, I don't take offense to that. Odegaard is a baller. I wanted him at Spurs 2 years ago. But what I don't like is Arsenal fans pretending that Maddison doesn't have a case to be as good as or better than Odegaard. It's nonsense. And I know for a fact, if Maddison was in an Arsenal shirt, if he had signed a year and a half ago or 2 summers ago for 60 million instead of Odegaard for 30 million, I can guarantee you the conversations will be different. Guarantee you. Because there's nothing that Maddison can do that Odegaard there's nothing Odegaard can do that Maddison can't do. Sorry, there isn't.
100%. No, 100% there is, bro. Madison can't dictate tempo and conduct the game from midfield. No, we cannot.
What do you think he was doing before his injury for Tottenham?
Bro, no. He doesn't.
Of course he does.
They're different in my opinion. Madison's best work comes in actually in and around the box. I think. Well, it's hard to describe it because they all work in and around the box. I think Odegaard's closer to being an 8 than he is an out 10, whereas Maddison's closer to a traditional 10.
Yeah, I'm with Turkish.
I don't think Maddison can do what Odegaard does.
No, not yet anyway. He might develop into it, Tobes. He might develop into it with different coaching.
How old is this man?
That's what I'm saying. Odegaard's work rate. Odegaard's
that's a grown-ass man.
This is what we talk about work rate, yeah. Madison is one of the Madison is one. Yes, Odegaard works hard, but Madison is one of the hardest working players in his position. I'm even sure when he was playing for Leicester, there was a stat that was going around where I think the same stat that Arsenal fans were sharing last year about ball recoveries in the final third. There was a similar stat floating for Maddison. The difference between Maddison and Odegaard for me is I feel like Maddison is a bit more decisive in the final third than Odegaard. I feel like Odegaard wants to get on the ball and dictate more so, but it's not to say that Maddison can't dictate. And when we were balling earlier on in the season, he was picking up the ball all over the pitch. And I really don't get this notion that he's this player that does his best work exclusively in the final third when he was literally making shit tick all over the pitch for Tottenham. And this is my point. This is my point exactly. When there's conversation on Maddison, I don't really understand where people are getting this analysis from, right? Everything you man say about Odegaard is fair, is valid because he is a top-end player. Odegaard is class. I rate Odegaard high. But when there's talk on Maddison, there's always maybe he's a bit limited here. He doesn't work as hard here. Oh, he only does his work in the final third here. It's not true. It's not
about work rate. I wasn't gonna just say work rate.
I wasn't even insinuating you. I'm talking about
just generally, I get it. And Maddison does work hard. Yeah, I get that. I think what Turkish meant, and what I definitely mean anyway, is Odegaard has developed into an all-round all phases midfielder almost. Yeah, so whereas Madison is still, in my opinion, a final phase 8 or 10, Odegaard has developed to a high level, especially since Havertz has come into the team, because whilst what was his name last season? Xhaka. Whilst Xhaka was there, Odegaard's role was different. Odegaard was almost looked at to play the Madison role, what he plays now. But since Havertz has been in the team, Odegaard's almost dropping deeper to collect the ball, and he's become an instigator of play as well as doing his 10 duties. So at the moment, right now, Odegaard is a better all-round player than Madison.
I don't agree.
in my opinion.
That's fair enough.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not going to persecute you for that because I think Odegaard is class.
The thing is, this season, right?
They're all different in what they're doing, though, man.
This season, Odegaard is doing it a lot more this season. He's got a lot closer to Rice. But I think when Maddison, before the injury, he was dropping very deep for Tottenham and he was dribbling past a couple players. He was right in line with the midfielders. So I don't really feel like Maddison's just been hanging in the 10 waiting to receive the ball. He's been dropping deep. But the one thing I will say about Odegaard is that he has become quite decisive in the final third, because last season, I think what did he do? Put up a crazy stat for 15 goals, no penalties. He's scoring again this weekend. He's been scoring recently. And like I said, the last couple of performances, some of the final balls he's playing are mad. Like he's really making sure that everything he does in the final third is sticking. So
Arsenal fans,
I think they're close, man. They're close players, man. They're both talents. But I think the only thing holding Maddison back is the fact that he's injury prone, so then he doesn't get to perform consistently, which is an issue.
Listen, Odegaard, we all watch the football. I hate when some of the fans in the chat tell us, "Oh, you don't watch the games." We're all watching the games. Like, what else are we doing on most weekends? Or watching the game. So I know Odegaard is playing his ass off, bro. Like, and was it not me who said a few weeks ago that all this talk on Arsenal falling off and stuff, they're still playing the best. They're still playing good football. They're still creating chances, and he's been at the heart of that. So I don't want this to be misconstrued as Odegaard disrespect. I just don't really like when people speak with a lack of objectivity when it comes to James Maddison. Like, you can think Odegaard is better, but when men are speaking on the things that he supposedly doesn't do, that I'm seeing him do week in, week out for Spurs, it does piss me off, because I'm like, what the hell are you watching? What are you watching?
On the subject, Will says Odegaard is the key. Arsenal look even better than last year since the team returned from Dubai, and he's hoping for a comfortable 2-goal victory in Porto. Obviously, we got Porto coming up this Wednesday, Champions League football back. Like I said, I'm just going to get the Arsenal ones in for now. CA Knows Better says, if Trossard is reverted back to the bench when Jesus is back, something is wrong. We saw it last season and we'll see it this season. We see it. And we score so many goals and look more fluid with him on the pitch.
Oh, whoa.
Hey.
Ever since that episode,
Trossard. Yes or no?
A lot of goals since Jesus is at that team. A lot of goals.
We were scoring a lot last season with him in the team as well, though.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Let's not forget where this turnaround started. But I like Trossard as well. I've always
said
Trossard could be the one.
If
Jesus, game, by the way, on the weekend, he did have the greatest game, I think, for me. Trossard.
If Jesus and Zinchenko become bench players again for a title winning team, oh dear me.
It
doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. That's what I'm going. It doesn't look good.
You think I give a shit about him on the bench if we win a league title?
They call it on Twitter BCM Punk.
What?
Nah, that's crazy.
They're calling Gabriel Jesus BCM Punk. You know the wrestler CM Punk. They're calling him BCM Punk because his big chances missed.
Nah, that's crazy. Oh, you man, allow Jesus, man.
Jesus needs to come back and shut everyone up, man. Nah, man, he's got one now. He's got one.
He needs to shut these guys up, man.
Is he going to be back for the City game? He needs to be back for that City game, man.
He's not back for the City game. Fuck, it's tight.
Do you know what's mad as well? Yeah. Do you know what's mad as well? It was an Arsenal fan that called him BCM Punk. It wasn't even. It was an Arsenal fan.
That's very nasty. That's nasty. I like Jesus. That's why I called Jackson the baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Spadesy says, one day we will all speak about Ben White. balling with Burnley or Sunday. See, or Sunderland or them, man. Look at the disrespect on Ben White's name, for fuck's sake. So it's all mad. I don't get it. But we'll keep
Benjamin.
it moving. Sar says most of the panel said Kai would get less goals and assists than Xhaka last season. Kai's on 6 goals, 1 assist, and Xhaka finished the season with 7-7. Do you back your slander?
What?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
What?
He's halfway there, then, isn't it? He's got 7 goals.
That's not a good super chat, brother. If those numbers are correct, that's not.
No, that is correct. That is correct.
Yo, move on before absolutely. Listen, do not. I'm on my best behavior today. Do not let me slander this man.
Come on.
Yo, you're gonna set me up.
I ain't saying shit, brother.
Nah, James, we're moving on. Jamon says, I think the difference between Rice's style of play and Partey's took some adjustment for Odegaard. Ryan says, big up you guys on the Big Six panel as usual. 5 goals in 21. Arsenal are starting to cook. I'm starting to feel better about this season compared to last. Saka and Odegaard playing exceptional at the moment. Agree with every word, Ryan. Big up as well. Hope you're well. Ibby says, Kivior being a classic left back, being impressive. Title races, Liverpool and City. We are simply first-class passengers. Leave us alone 1 game at a time. Big up.
Why do you not think you're escaping the spotlight? You're in the spotlight, bro. Like everyone knows you're a strong side. You're in the race. Why do you think that you're just going about your business and no one's saying shit?
I swear Ibby was a Chelsea fan during the City Chelsea segment.
I don't know.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Ibby's moving mad.
When we do our Gremlin head counts, Ibby's name's not on the register, so I'm not really sure.
JJ says, big up the Big Six. Have you seen the Bundesliga top scorer trophy? It's a cannon. Then man said Arsenal's win over Pool means nothing, and we smash the hammers, then said it means nothing if we don't do Burnley. Come on, you Gunners. Toby says Kai Trossard should be the first choice false 9, or first choice is false 9, or first false 9 choices. Jesus needs to play rotational super sub for the rest of the season. Ryan also adds Ben White, guys, where do you all rank him as a right back in the Premier League? Top 4, 5. Turks, what do you think about Kivior now, as I feel we've got a player in him? He's just unfortunate. Gabs and Silly are that good. Ben White's top 3. I even think saying 4, 5 is disrespectful. He's top 3.
He's up there. He's a really good player. Really good player.
You got
I don't know, top 3.
You got Trent. You got James.
Walker,
you got
Trent,
Pedro Porro, Walker, Ben
We've
White.
got who? Who did you say after Trent?
Reece James Walker.
James. Are we still saying James? Brother, the guy has to play football.
I know he's injury prone, but yeah, you get what I mean.
You
can't
know
play
what?
4 games a year.
You see me, You see me when
He's
Ramsey and Walsh.
Listen, I'm here. I hear you, but
bro, when Ramsey and Walsh were going through their hardship, you never heard no slander from me. I always respected them, man, regardless. So
don't bring Ramsey and Walsh. You think I give a fuck about Ramsey? That bro, I don't give a shit, man. You could have, I don't
and
give a
Diaby
shit.
as well. Diaby's another one. Arsenal fans be telling me Diaby could have been like Yaya Toure. For 10 years, they be telling me this shit.
Why are you bringing all these man up? Reece James, nah. Trent, yeah. And to be honest, this season, that's about it, if I'm honest with you. Last season, Trippier, Ben White, yeah, they was the top 2. Bro, that's 18 months consistent right now.
No, the slander and poor in the chat as well. Arsenal fans are mad.
your fans were getting on to Ben White early on this season, no?
Not getting on with the standard, like the expectations.
Pretty sure they were getting onto him. They were.
No, we wasn't. Bro, we don't like. I didn't hear them getting onto Ben White like they've got onto Zinchenko, or like it's a different type of getting. It's like, come on, like you're better than this. Whereas with other man, it's like we need to move on from this guy. Ben White, it's never that. Ben White's a 7-8 every time he plays, in my opinion. JC says Maddison is a slightly better version of James Ward-Prowse. Don't speak about Odegaard in the same sentence.
This guy has just wasted his money. Should be banned from watching football if he puts them to us.
Said he should be banned from watching football.
Crazy.
Why always me, says Chat GPT about Kai Havertz. Quote, rumor has it he negotiates with defenders using only his charming smile, leaving them questioning their career choices. It's all mad. It's It's absolutely all mad. Last one on Arsenal. Yep, News says we scored 6 versus Lons, 5 versus Palace with Jesus playing. I don't know what people are talking about.
Look at the 2 teams you mentioned, man. Lens, you know.
I believe it's Lons.
I know. I know.
Cool. Let's move. That's no more predictions to do. It's only City Liverpool playing. Next up, it's that time. Tobes.
Play the video. Is there no video?
There's only one word to be fair. Bottlers in it.
Oh,
Go on.
no.
Talk. It's time for you to talk.
It's your team.
No.
Your team, man.
He was eager to speak, so I said talk. Obviously, your
Oh,
team
SAEED.
is
Okay.
informed,
No.
so
I
talk.
just wanted to, you know what I mean? Since I said that, you know what I mean? It's looking a bit sticky for you lot. You're feeling the pressure. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna capitalize, yeah?
Listen, we are right now. You know what I'm saying? We're closing the gap
No,
on you
you
lot,
haven't,
man.
because you're still behind us. So I'm
You know
saying,
what I'm
are you
saying?
gonna capitalize?
We're closing the gap on you lot, man.
Yeah, but that's
lot
not
feel
why
the
I
pressure,
asked. I
man.
said, are you going to capitalize? Are you gonna finish above Spurs?
I hope
this
so,
season?
yeah. I hope so.
No. Don't tell me what you hope. Tell me what you're going to
What do you
do.
mean? I'm telling you, I hope so. We capitalise with you lot. I don't fully trust in my team just yet, but I'm just saying, you lot are starting to crumble. You lot were 11 points at one point. You were 11 points clear. So I
How
don't
much
know
is it
if
now?
it's the history of the Tottenham. And now what is it? 3 points.
Look at Man United, man. Look at Man United. How the mighty have fallen. We're closing the gap
I mean?
on Tottenham.
So
We're closing the gap
end of
on
the day,
Tottenham. Come on,
end of the
Saeed,
day,
man.
end of the day, yeah.
Bro.
All I want to say is, since I said that word, bottlers in it, it's like, yo, man, things are not looking right at the minute. What's going on?
Yes. So again, I'm going to ask you questions, because obviously, when I ask you to speak, you don't want to speak, but then when I start speaking, you speak. So
No, I'm just starting to. I want you to speak.
You're doing it again.
That's
You're doing it again.
I'm not instigating nothing. I'm just
You're
saying,
doing it again,
bottlers
brother.
in it, and that's it. I want you to just
Ah,
carry on.
cool.
I'm not here
Yeah.
to do anything. I'm here to say
Exactly.
what's
Alright,
going
cool.
on.
So you've called
It's
us-
now
so
3
you've
points
called us
behind.
partners.
It was 11. That's all it is.
Alright, cool. Yeah. So it was 11, then it was 6, then it was 8, then it was 3.
Yeah. What's going
Cool.
on? That's the question. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Before I tell you what's going on, I want you to tell me what you're going to do about these bottlers.
So you want
Tell
me
me
to
what
ask
you're
a
gonna do.
question, but even though I've asked you first, what's going on? So you explain to me what's happened at Tottenham, and that's it. We'll get on to United bit when we need to.
Okay,
Focus
cool.
on your club, and you speak. Yeah, how about you do that?
I mean,
Thank
you
you.
interjected me. You started speaking first, so I thought obviously you had something to say.
No,
So what do you mean?
nothing.
What do you mean nothing? You said something. I asked you to elaborate, and now you're shuffling.
That's it. Just one bit I want to say. I'll let you carry on. That's it.
Cool. Yeah, we were bad. We played bad. We lost the game. Not really played well the last couple of games. I would say maybe 6, 7 games now. I don't think we've played that well. I think we've done enough to win. We've created a reasonable amount of chances in most games, but this Wolves game, we were bad. We didn't play well. To a man outside of the centre backs and Vicario, we didn't play well. Madison was poor. Richarlison was poor. Son was poor. Kulusevski was poor. Basuma wasn't good. Sarr was okay, but passive. The fullbacks that came in for Destiny and Porro, they weren't good. We didn't
The
play
issue,
well.
wasn't it?
We didn't
We
play
spoke
well,
about
so-
we spoke about the fullbacks, didn't we? That it could be a problem.
Yeah, it could be a problem, and it was a problem. But sorry, I'm not gonna hide behind the fact that because our 2 fullbacks are missing, we can't dispatch Wolves at home. Like, don't get me wrong, Wolves deserved 3 points, really good value for their win. They counterattacked us well, but I think we made mistakes. We were bad in our performance. We didn't really adjust or counteract their tactic. And I felt even Ange, I think he's done a great job this season, but I feel like the last 3 games or so, I don't think his in-game management has been as good as it can be, or it has been in earlier stages of the season. And I think to a certain extent it's hamstrung Tottenham, because we did nothing to counteract Wolves countering on us. All we did was commit more people forward, fumble the ball in Wolves' half, and they just kept breaking on us. Every single time we lost the ball in the second half, it literally was like a 2v1 at our goal. So it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And as I've been saying for weeks, the performances haven't really been there, like a full 90-minute convincing performance. The performances haven't been there. We're conceding more chances, conceding more shots. So yeah, man, we just need to buck our ideas up and start playing to the level that we're capable of, because I do think a lot of players are not playing to a good enough standard at the moment. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment.
Son at the left wing is obviously done. Like, we know this from last season, and then this season he went up front. But he has to play there because of Richarlison. Exactly, yeah. So what do you do? Like, do you take him? You have to play him, or you're not going to look at the other options that you guys have signed?
What's the other,
I think
who's the other option?
that's what I'm saying. What you guys have done out in the wing position is a travesty. Honestly, I think the last like three. Werner, Brennan Johnson,
don't
Solomon.
Don't mention that first guy, because not you, because you were.
I know, but they tried to gaslight you.
They tried to say I was talking crazy, right? And now you're seeing the haram in HD, bro. The guy runs at plays and crosses the ball into people's shins, bro. What the hell? What am I fucking watching, bro? We're chasing the game, 2-1 down. You bring on Timo Werner to just run like Sonic the Hedgehog and just cross it into people's shins. Like, what the hell is this? No goals, no nothing. Just pace.
What the hell is this?
He's the right profile. He's the right profile. The same shit I said with Brennan Johnson in the summer when I said meaty player. Like, these guys can't do much against a set defense. Oh, Tobes, you're being negative. You're being negative. And to be honest, Ange, again, I'm looking at Ange. Like, you brought these attackers. Yeah, you brought these attackers. So you got to hold that. We have to find a way to start extracting some level of quality on a more regular basis out of these guys. I like the use of Brennan Johnson as an impact sub, but the problem with that is it don't work when a defense when he's up against a set defense. Kulusevski is the only attacker we have that can actually retain the ball in the final third. And with Kulusevski, he's too one-dimensional and he's in horrible form right now. He scored, and I'm still saying he was bad. He didn't play well. So the attack stinks. It can't retain the ball. Richarlison, he scores goals at this point in time, but like the technical quality is still not there. And the midfield, Basuma, he's still, I don't know, man. We've not really seen the best of Basuma for like a good couple of months now, to be honest. Sarr is Sarr. I think he's quite good, but could have been better on Saturday. And James Maddison, I think since he's come back from injury, he's had some good games, some decent games, but obviously we need him to sort of up the levels. We just need everyone to just rise it, man. Rise it. And we need Ange to do the same thing when he changes, when he makes these tweaks in the game, man. Like the weekend just gone, why am I seeing Emerson Royale like invert? Like, it's not working. Like, fair enough, props to you. You want to play your style, cool. I'm with that. Manager has to play his style. But I don't think Ange has to abandon his whole style just for the sake. Like, he wouldn't be abandoning his whole style if he said, you know what, cool, Emerson, maybe don't receive the ball infield. Maybe you tuck out wide and you be used as more of an overlapping option for Kulusevski. Because that second half, we didn't really do enough to disrupt Wolves' shape. And that is the main issue for me with Tottenham sometimes. Like, when the defense is set, I don't think we have enough in our front line to stretch the pitch. It's the same shit that happened against Liverpool. The one time we finally played a ball in behind the back line, it resulted in a goal. So, yeah, man.
That's why I never understood the shouts about like these attackers suiting his style, because like, are you playing counter attack? Are you playing hold and sit and then break and use pace? Like, no, you need technical players to break down low blocks. I think you have to be careful with managers because they can do a great job systematically, tactically, and obviously they're very charismatic. He's obviously a great manager for Tottenham at the moment, but sometimes these managers will shoot themselves in the foot because then they'll start recruiting like madmen and they'll fuck up all the good work they've done. They'll go and ruin it because talent ID stinks. We've seen it. We've seen it with many managers, so we have to be careful, man. These people need guidance.
I think he's hamstrung himself, but I think obviously for me the positive, he's hamstrung himself for the attack, but obviously the positives far outweigh the negatives because we've still scored over 50 goals with that attack. He's got Richarlison double figures. He's got Son double figures. Kulusevski's on six goals. Yeah, so like he's
I think
got,
Son always gets double figures though, even on the like.
yeah, he does, but I'm talking more on Richarlison.
Yeah.
Richarlison's got double figures, and I feel like he will probably end up like reaching his best ever Premier League tally in this system. So like you have to take the good with the bad with Ange, and I think right now we're in a poor moment, but it's not terminal. Like we still have talented players, and it's in our hands. So yeah, man, let's see what we do over the weeks to come. I still think we're gonna get fourth, but obviously now because Man United have been in red hot form results wise, now it's looking like it's going to be 3 teams fighting for 2 spots, because I imagine
even Villa have come back into it. And do you know what the amazing thing about this season is, guys? Like obviously we got the 3 at the top, but you know the next 3 play all of us 3, so they've all got a say. This is a madness of a season coming up.
Tottenham might have the biggest say. They play all of us.
Yeah.
Like
Huey, all 3 of them. Huey, all 3 of them.
Tottenham have all of us like almost consecutively, I think.
Man United, Spurs, and Villa play all 3.
Yeah.
It's mad season.
Man United's last home game of the season is against Arsenal. That's crazy.
I'm telling you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, where's that? In the Emirates?
Matisse.
Please don't do this shit again, please. You lot with this whole this race, that race, please just move on to the next game, man. Last time I was quiet, but now you're taking a piss.
What do you mean?
You don't feel involved.
How are you just gonna leave me out?
That was too funny, you know. When you said Aston Villa, yeah. Grizz, when you said Aston Villa, that was the moment I saw in his eyes. Yeah, he was like, he ain't even talking about us.
Pure pain.
You know how mad United Arsenal on the last day of the season is in Old Trafford. There's a world where United could deliver either Liverpool or City.
I remember that, yo.
Twitter is going to be a meltdown.
Familiar with
that killed me, man.
Bro, I totally forgot that City still have to go to Spurs, because I got mixed up with the FA Cup tie. So I was saying, they've done Spurs twice. Not Spurs. Man City have broken the Spurs voodoo. But this is mad season.
That's a guard of honor, you know. No, I won't get to guard of honor. I think it'll go down to wire, man. So there won't be no guard of honor.
It's definitely going to the last 4 or 5 games.
I'd rather win it at your brand. I'd rather win it than win it the game before for the guard of honor. I'd rather win it at OT.
Hey.
Wow.
That's different, bro.
That's crazy.
Man United.
It won't be SAEED TV anymore. It will be SAEED television, bro. It will be long day.
Listen, I can't lie to you.
Man United,
we got Aston Villa in 3 weeks away, so that's going to be a hot one as well.
Yeah, you don't have a game to now for 2 weeks, man.
You've got some crazy fixtures, haven't you, Tobes? You've got like Spurs, and Villa and City.
So we play
close proximity.
They're coming to Stamford Bridge as well.
Oh,
really?
We will be there.
What a
Chelsea
season!
can have their say, man.
The bridge. I can't wait for that game. That's gonna be great.
It's a rise.
Chelsea at home to Tottenham. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a hot one as well. So we still got.
Oh, is it now? Oh, you're gonna come play them scrubs, yeah?
Let's play, man. Let's play. Let's see what they can do against 11.
Listen, Matisse, you got a role to play, man. You have got
Chelsea,
a role to play.
We got Arsenal still. Yeah.
If Spurs let this Old Trafford outfit get back 11 points on them and beat them to 4th,
that's bottlers, isn't it?
We will be there.
Yeah, I'll be real. If the thing is, I went on FCM yesterday and I said, like, I don't think like if that was to happen, I don't think that changes my perception on Ange. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that would be wait. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you not watch it? You don't watch it.
From my perspective,
there.
What did I say that was mad?
Let me finish. Let me land.
You said something about go on. I'll let you land.
I said for me, if we don't get top 4, it's a big disappointment for me, and I'm doubling down on that. If we don't get top 4 from this position, it's a big disappointment. And if we let Man United finish above us, for me, that's nasty, man. Sorry, that's nasty.
I think Villa's not nice, but Man United's nasty, man.
No chance.
Because even Man United, when we get to their game against Luton, like I know you could have won by more, but bro, Man United's still playing this nasty football. It's just like, how do they keep getting away with this shit? I don't understand.
Bro,
I don't give a shit. If I was a Man United, if they finish above Spurs,
get to know.
I don't think they will. I'm sorry. I don't think they will.
We'll see. That's why I'm not fully confident. Like I think it'll go down to the wire, man.
Like SAEED's doing all this talk now. I genuinely don't believe they will. So
let's see, man.
But
Because
Man
you've
United,
got
the thing is
history
with
on
Man
your
United,
side.
Man United got
And
one
that-
game a week as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
What's
One
the
game.
history on your side?
I think
You won the
depends.
game yesterday.
oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if they got one game.
Hey, listen. Hey,
Yeah,
listen.
but bro, the thing is, yeah, I spent half the year cussing Man United, but now I'm getting to the point where it's like, bro, they keep doing it.
I know.
So when is it gonna end? When are they gonna stop grafting and
man.
grinding out results? Like I keep saying it's unsustainable.
To be
but
fair,
at least for
yeah,
this
yeah.
season, it looks like they might just get through the season playing like this. That's what they're doing.
They've got
Their players
Etihad
are coming
in
back
2
fit.
weeks. They've got to come to our place in 2 weeks, don't you?
Well, yeah.
They're gonna
Oh,
ruin.
you got anything? You got early cooking there already? Can we go on?
Yeah,
Go on, carry on.
I'll be back
Do it
for that
again. Do
one.
it again. Do it again.
I'll be back for that one. I'll be back
Yo,
for that one.
Yo, say that line again. Say that line
I
again.
don't care about no jinxing. For a
Say that
Manchester
line
derby,
again.
for a Manchester derby, I'm showing chest. I said for
Say
the
that
last
line.
derby.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
no. I agree. Don't mind getting cooked for that one. Yeah, cool.
yeah. I don't mind getting cooked for that one.
Yes, I don't mind.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. No, I hear it. I've been there before, and we got beat 7-0 by Liverpool. You know what I mean? We've been there, man. We've been
Wow.
No, I
So
respect
it's
it,
one
man.
of
You're
them.
putting your neck on the line for the cause. Front line, man.
there. Yeah, no, come on, man. It's just one of them, man. Yeah, but no, listen, Tottenham.
We got some. Hey, we got some game weeks coming
Great
up, bro.
games.
The tension's gonna be madness in here, bro. I'm
That
telling
last
you.
4 or 5 weeks.
Klopp. We got to do it for Klopp. We got
Tobes,
Arsenal
even
winning.
before that. Tobes, even
Got
before that.
man.
Tobes.
Oh,
It's
March.
madness.
It's Liverpool City and Arsenal City.
It's mad.
Tantalizing. We will be
And
doing
we've
the
got
watch
Villa
alongs.
and Brighton in there as well, I think.
Yeah.
And Brighton. Yeah, Villa will.
Villa got Tottenham. Is that in April? I think that might be in April. To be fair.
No,
Yeah,
we got
Tottenham.
Villa
Yeah,
in
man.
3 weeks.
Tottenham
We
away
got Villa in 3 weeks. On the
It's
10th.
Chelsea, man.
Ain't easy.
Well, you know what? Like,
Ain't easy.
Matisse kind of moved on to Luton United. You might as well get
do the
Luton
swap
United.
in
Yeah.
as well, innit? I thought you were going to do super chats. But okay.
Well,
Okay.
I can roll the super chats into one really because there's a couple on Tottenham. Let me get them in now. Brian says, Tobes, maybe you need a Scottish Souček to help you in your set piece defending. How dare you compare Scott to that sausage of a player?
It's the truth. The truth hurts.
And this one here from Mr. BP saying, Turkish, which tragic take is worse from the fake tossing? Conte over Arteta or Basuma? I can forgive him for Conte over Arteta, but Basuma Rice was just out of nowhere, if I'm honest with you. Yeah.
You know, Conte's still a better manager than Arteta, right? We're not doing this again.
What about Tuchel being replaced by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this time?
I don't.
Hey, listen. Hey, you know what's mad? Yeah, if they
Do I speak
Bro, speak up. Speak up. It's
Bro,
your time,
do
man.
I
replaced by
do-
Frank Lampard
bro,
and replaced by Ole
bro,
on the same team? Get the
Bro,
fuck
no,
out
he
of
wasn't.
here.
He wasn't replaced by Lampard actually. But do I speak German?
Graham Sorry, Graham
Do I speak German, bro? What happens in Germany stays in Germany, bro. I'm not out there. I'm
No,
not
bro.
involved.
Listen, I've been saying about that Tuchel fraud.
No way.
I've been saying, man. I've been saying. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But listen,
He might be coming to your
Ole Gunnar-
club next.
they
Be
get it.
careful.
All right, listen, man. I'll make sure that you don't come to Manchester. You know, the airport. I'm gonna find him at the airport.
Bro,
Yo,
because
listen,
you know Tuchel,
we
he
ain't
said he
coming.
loves England. He said he really felt appreciated here.
Oh, he said he loves Spain. What are you talking
You're
about?
screaming.
He did an
you're
interview saying he loves Spain.
Nah, you're
Get out of
screaming
here,
Ten
man.
Hag at the top of your lungs. He might take that the wrong way and end up in Manchester. You better be careful. Tommy Tukes with SAEED TV.
Listen, man. But you know what I was gonna say? If Ollie gets that job, yeah, interim Ollie is dangerous, man. So they might have a dangerous interim to the end of the season. That's all I'm gonna say. But if he gets it on a permanent, nah, that's outlandish, man. It's outlandish.
They're cooked to smithereens, bro. They're cooked, bro. If he gets that job, they're cooked. What
It's
the hell?
mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually
What
mad.
the
No,
hell?
man. It's
I
crazy.
think that's it on Tottenham. Yep. Yeah. Actually, no, there was one more. Let me quickly find it because I'm sure I see one on Ange. LP. Yep, two more. LP says the real genius of Ange is going from Celtic wins every week to trying to explain why after each game how shite Spurs are and make it sound like progress.
That guy's been spamming super chats and tech chat all show. Just to put in that media super chat. What does that even mean?
Love United head the up says Ange FC with the goalkeeper of the season have conceded more goals than out of his depth Ten Hag FC who have a hologram in goal. But beautiful football. And on that note, I think that is
football's such a nasty sport.
Embarrassing. The same fans they were on their knees for Ange, saying, "Oh, we need a manager like Ange at the club."
This sport is
They're a
nasty.
disgrace.
I can't even be a
They're
part of it
fucking
anymore. It's a
disgrace,
nasty
bro.
sport.
Honestly, man said I can't be a part of it. You know?
This is
They're
a
disgrace,
nasty
bro.
business. I'm
Ange has
sorry,
done-
it's a
Ange has
nasty
done,
business.
Ange has done a fantastic job with flaws. Fantastic job this season.
The governor says if Odegaard was English, he'd start every game. Maddison barely makes the squad. Calmer Tobes, calmer. Listen to Cams.
What does that even mean? Mason Mount was making squads. He's in Azkaban right now. What does that even mean?
That's good, man. Leo says, Tobes wondering why Saeed's chest. Have you guys not seen the poster behind him? Cool. And people, I will say now, we're heading into Luton United, the last topic. I've got 21 super chats still to get through after that topic. I'm going to keep it at those 21. So no one's sending any more super chats unless it's a donation towards the channel and doing pre-recorded content. If it is, love for the love, but you don't have to, people. It's not going to get read. It's still got enough here. Saeed, Luton.
Yeah, man. Crazy start to the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't lie to you. I was hoping for a 4-5-0. I was thinking, yo, man, you know what I mean? The floodgates could open and everything. It could be sensational viewing, man. But only United, innit? Only United could score 2 goals, yeah, in the first 7 minutes, yeah, and be holding on to dear life for the rest of the half, man. Like, they got their goal, and bro, I was just waiting for half time, man. Casemiro could have been red carded, and nobody would have been. You know what I mean? It's very, very stupid, but he got away with it. But they were honest, man. Ross Barkley, man was just broski. This guy, yeah, like, I don't know what he's doing here, but this, because you know what it is at Nice. I spoke to a couple of people at Nice, yeah. They said he didn't really do much at Nice, but it's just come to the Premier League and just I don't know what's going on with him, but he's just smoking everyone, and he was just running us the whole game, etc., etc. And yeah, man. And then obviously came into second half. We really should have buried the game. I know Luton probably dominates for large parts of the game, and obviously the shots are not good, but we should have buried the game, man. Garnacho, I was hoping for a little Nunez, you know what I'm saying? A little chip over the keeper, but he didn't do that. Bit greedy from him. And yeah, man, Bruno had a chance as well. Could have made it another one, but just very, very like it's uneasy, man. One thing about United, yeah, which listen, a lot of United fans are like, yo, just get the results. But I want to play with a bit of swagger, man. I'll be real with you, man. Like we're second season in now, and we're almost kind of like going over the line, man. Like it's just Aston Villa game the same. Like every game, it's a tough watch, man. And fair play to Luton. They played us off the park at times. But yeah, man, special shout out to Hoyland as well. He had 7 goals in 6 games.
Very nice finishes. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I'll give him that chest finish because I think he
that's a proper. He meant that, man. He meant that. I think that's 13 for the season now. I think similar to. I think Nunez got 13 as well. Competition. So that's something as well there. So yeah, man. I can't lie, man. He's starting
rent free.
No, I'm just saying, I just had to put that one in there, man. Someone remind me in the chat. But yeah, man. Like I said, yeah, watching United is not great, but we are unbeaten in 2024. But I mean, whether it takes us to top 4 or not, we have to wait and see. But for now, we're winning games. But I still think the performance is not there. You as neutrals can see that, like, we're not playing amazing football. And the amount of shots we're taking on is crazy, man. And we obviously have the quality on our end, but I mean, a better team will find a way, man. So you get me? I don't know, man. It's just very, very uneasy watching United, but we are getting the results, and that you can't complain. But just the manner in which we're playing at the minute, I'm not really feeling it, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, man, we go again next week. We play Fulham on the weekend. So yeah, man.
If
is what it is.
If Ineos and is it Dean Ashworth and all these guys, they turn around. Sorry, yeah, and they turn around in the summer They're like, right, we're gonna give Ten Hag a chance here. We're gonna recruit for him. We're gonna. Would you let that slide?
It's gonna be one of them where what I'm saying. It's gonna be one of them ones. You know the ones there. But you know what it is, yeah?
Still.
I feel like with me, yeah, like a lot of people just think I'm just Ten Hag out for like no reason. I think there's a substance to what I'm Ten Hag out. Like I felt like he came in with a lot of expectation, like to play the Ten Hag way, to play a brand of football that was something that I felt like for me I could get along with. He isn't doing that. He is playing a way that I don't believe has a lot of sustainability in it. You know what I mean, and whatnot. Like I feel like it can be caught out. But yeah, man, if they back it, they back it. Well, there's nothing much I can do, but I'm totally against giving a new contract. He's got 1 more year left on his deal. I would just say let that ride out and see where it goes. But for me, if he don't make top 4 this season, he should be gone anyway. If he does get top 4, I reckon they'll probably keep him. And then yeah, we'll see where we're going from there. But I don't really have much faith in where Ten Hag can take us. I really don't. I really, really don't. Just the way for me, the way we're playing football and the style that he's brought in. Yeah, he's getting the results, but you know what I mean? It's just not enjoyable, man. That's all it is. It's not enjoyable. And you see with Bruno Fernandes again yesterday, shocking performance again. I mean, he's relying on these guys, individuals, to carry him. And so far, Hoyland's proven that well. But other than that, not a lot going on, man. The defense, Varane, I think he's won 90% of his duels this season, the highest in the Premier League. So Varane has been outstanding. Evans came in, done a job. You know what I mean? The defense is coping well, but it's just a little set. Kobe Mino again, another solid performance as well. 18 years old, showing his thing again. Probably our best midfielder again in that midfield. So yeah, man, a few positives in that, but overall, still not convinced by this United team. But we're moving.
Bruno
We move.
Thinking hard, bro. It's mad. Like his passing, his finishing. He's actually like playing so bad. Like I thought he would save these. I thought he only saved these performances before in the past for the big teams, but he's saying, you know what? If you're fighting relegation, mid-table, top 6, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna give you one of these stinkfests, and he's doing it, bro. And you're finishing. You're finishing. Listen, Luton, I think they were the better team in the first half and didn't deserve to be losing. Right? You should have been down to 10 men. But second half, obviously, with them going for the game, you know, had so many opportunities on the counter and didn't score. Like it was embarrassing. Some of the misses, criminal, man.
You know what? With Bruno, I kind of
criminal, bro.
I'm the last person to defend Bruno Fernandes. I can't stand the rap, but I do think some of his bad performances comes down to Erik ten Hag. Because look, if you're a midfielder, you need to know what the style of play is. You need to know what the game plan is. You need to know what we're trying to do in possession. Like SAEED said, the defense is coping just fine. But when I watch Man United, I have no idea what the idea is, what the game plan is. Are they counter-attacking? Are they possession? Are they trying to break teams? I don't know. So if Ten Hag's not translating a game plan over to the players, Bruno's going to look a bit crap because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, it just looks like anarchy. You know what I mean? You defenders, you block, make your challenges and win your battles. Attackers, just get in the back of the net somehow. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know how
I've never really liked him. I do think he's a bit chaos.
Telling him to spam the ball into the stands. Like, nah, come on.
I get what Hugh's saying because I do think the identity is absolutely gone. Like there's no idea what Man United are doing really in possession. But I do think Bruno is a chaos merchant. Like I've always thought that when I've watched him. I've never really gravitated to him. I think personally, if Man United with the manager options in the market in the summer, they'd be crazy not to move on and try and find someone else because there's some talented managers out there. So sometimes you have to pick your time in football. Like if there's not many managers on the market, like there's not many strikers, then obviously you have to maybe see out last year. Some of the managers that are going in the summer, like there's actually potential there. I'd be keeping it moving. Can't lie.
He's got his players back now though, for the most part anyway. He's got
Luke Shaw's out again, but Martinez is out. Luke Shaw got injured again. Another
the rest are fit though,
liability.
And he's able to play the same team, and I guess you lot are winning
matches. Yeah. We got some favorite apart from the Man City game. There is favorable fixtures there. I think it's got Fulham, Man City, then it's Everton, Sheffield United, and Brentford. So it's got favorable fixtures there, man. So I mean the run can continue, but like I said, man, it's a difficult watch at the minute. But yeah, I agree with you with Bruno, man. It's chaos, man. But then again, what you said there, Tobes, like, yeah, the manager don't tell him to do that. But then where's the accountability for the manager to tell him, yo, listen, regardless if you're captain or not, or you're one of my favorite players, like you've got to stop that, man. But then he keeps saying that we need to have we lack control and whatnot. Well, then sort it out then, innit? You know what I mean? So
I just want to ask about that.
Money Mace. People say Money Mace. I don't know where Money Mace is, man. I'll be honest, where is this guy, man? Can someone explain where's Mason Mount?
I'm not gonna lie. When the transaction went through, we didn't send them to you. We didn't send.
I just want to ask. What was that stat about Varane? Was it aerial duels?
I think aerial duels 90%. He's one. I think is it 90%?
Yeah. Someone's just sent me some stats, and aerial duels won. He's won 19 aerial duels.
What?
And Yeah, this is from the. I don't know why you shocked.
One
It's
from
the
one game.
official 19 area. It says 2023-24 season, which is now, I believe.
Yeah.
Area Jules 119. Virgil van Dijk 102.
That can't be right.
Oh, well, I've got one here that says. Let me
I don't
just,
know, man. It's right there, man. It's right there. Look,
But is
Oh,
he-
I don't know what that's a very fugazi one because the one on here says highest aerial duel. Hold on a minute. Highest aerial duel win rate in the Premier League. It's Rafael Varane with 90%, Virgil van Dijk 83%.
So that's game time then. That's game time.
But was Varane not out of the team for a long time?
Has to be because that don't make.
I think he's based on about. I think you've based on about 5 games.
I don't know.
well done.
Listen,
Great stat.
I'm just saying right now.
I'm sorry.
you
There's
get
no way.
me.
Can I just say this? There's no way a centre back is making 19 aerial duels won in the whole season. It's not happening. So something's wrong
I'll
with
show you,
one
shall I
of
show
you
you
man
right now?
stats. One of you man
Alright, let me
Fugazi, if
put it
not
up,
probably
let me put it
both
up.
of you.
It's
Both
not,
of
it's
you.
not- someone
share
can
the
send me
screen?
the
I'll share the
official.
screen.
It's the official Premier League stats, man.
I've shared the screen there. I've
Yeah,
shared
but
the
is there
screen
is there like a time, you know?
11 games.
I
People
don't
are
know.
saying
It's Sky
Varane's
Sports.
played 11 games.
That's what it says on there. So I'm just going by what it says on there, man.
I know
You know
it's
what I'm
based
saying?
off 11 games. People are saying 90% from 11 games.
Oh,
Yeah, that's great. That's brilliant.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense
Brilliant.
then.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
Then.
still brilliant, though. I'm just
Yeah, it's
I'm
brilliant.
just
It's,
saying. It
can't
was,
can't fault
you
it.
know what I mean?
It's
That's all
staying
I'm
at the top,
saying.
innit? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sitting
it's
at the
at the top. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know,
From Fugazi stats, man.
Yeah.
11 games.
For 11 games.
man. Actually, you know what's how bad it is here. You know how rattled the guy told one of his boys to go check up that stat. You know, he could have just let that slide, didn't it?
I
But
don't
he
do
had to go
shit, bro. I'm sat here. I don't do shit, bro.
Man said you got one of your boys to go check it out.
Is this one of the same boys that told us you're good at Prevolution?
Bro, you
Bro,
saw
I
me
don't know,
ring up
man.
7 man.
He's got
Every
guys
man
waiting.
said, "What are you saying?"
Right.
7 man that rang up. 7
Some
man.
people
You're on
are
a
like, yo,
whole
long
contact
time,
list,
Grizz,
man.
man. What are you saying? And this guy's like, I tell them I'm good at FIFA.
Bro, Virgil van Dijk 103 duels won, aerial duels won compared to 19, and he's bigging up the percentage.
I'll let you have that one, man. I respect Van Dijk anyway. Come up, let's do this, man.
Cool. We've passed 2 hours, people. So hit the like button. Let's get up to 3,000 likes. We've still got 7.5k here. I'm gonna get the United super chats in first. Ibsy says all that Rasmus hate. Nobody got more goals than him in 2024. Also, can we talk about Disasi? Wow. Obviously, this was earlier on. And Matisse did talk about Disasi. So hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, Rasmus definitely doing his thing. Both finishes very nice.
He is. That's, you know what? Two people I can't slander in this Man United team after all the jokes and everything. Rasmus Højlund, I've always said, is a bad boy player. He's gonna come good. He's just in a dysfunctional setup and dysfunctional team. And that young brother Kobe Manu, man, the hype's real. The hype's real. I hate to say it, but they've got a gem. I hate it, but they've got a gem.
Højlund's very likable. I can't lie.
I'm happy for Højlund. I'm happy for Højlund.
He's very likable. I can't lie.
He's a good striker.
Lucy says, I never see Spurs win a game in person. Being 3 points behind United is embarrassing. Watching Neto play better than our wingers was tough. I just got
Can't
that.
agree with the first.
Bro, Neto's a player,
Agree with
man.
the second. Agree with the first.
Bro, Neto.
Neto is a player, man.
As long as he can stay
So
fit.
intelligent. Bro. His cutbacks,
it's crazy,
everything,
man.
man. Yeah.
Natty says Magneto in the top right needs to admit Garnacho is fodder. Always on Rashi, who's clear as a player, but never on Lady Gaga on the right. How about you, Shush?
Why is he
Pick up
calling
the
you
show.
Magneto?
Man's called.
I don't know. A lot of people, you know what it is, yeah? I try to defend Garnacho, yeah, and the fan base are always onto me, man. Like, you know what it is with me? With Garnacho, he's overplayed, he's overused, he shouldn't be playing around all these minutes. But I like his temperament, I like his endeavor, I like his attitude sometimes. He keeps on trying. Like, it is what it is. Okay, he's not the player that everyone gasses up to me like the next Ronaldo. But you know what I mean? I just don't know, man. I just try back Garnacho when I can. But it seems to me there's a lot of people who not favourable, and we always have to have discussions in it. So it is what it
He's
is.
meaty. That's the thing with Garnacho. He's a good prospect, but he's meaty, and he makes a lot of bad decisions on the football pitch.
He does. But really and
He's-
truly,
he's-
at his
he's
development
young.
right now, he should not be starting week in, week out. At his development now, he should not.
Fully
And I've
agree.
admitted that. And I think
Fully
that
agree.
means that more people are just they're now out for him, and you know what I mean. When really and truly, he's not ready yet. Let's be honest. But big up to him so far. You get me? He's doing his thing. So
Peter says it's my duty to inform the panel of SAEED describing Ross Barkley as, quote, the player United thought they were buying when they bought Bruno. Cook him.
no, what I said was, Ross Barkley is a player that Bruno Fernandes think. So I would say that's the player that United should be looking to go and get. Someone who can control the game, dictate the game. I never said that, but yeah.
What
Bruno,
what it is.
listen, Bruno has executed things at a higher rate than Barkley, but I don't know why Saeed's getting cooked for this. Bruno Fernandes is
I don't know,
spamming the
man.
ball all over the pitch, turning over possession, dropping 0 out of 10s. Why can't Saeed look objectively at Ross Barkley and say that's what he wants from Bruno Fernandes? Why can't he?
Cool. That one's wraps up the United ones, but a few came in. Brooks saying Turkish, stop living rent free. You'll never win the league at Old Trafford. We've done it already, my brother. We've done it already. You've got that cute picture there of Van Persie. We've won the league at your ground already, my
How
bro.
did you feel that day, though? That day when Van Persie was doing that. How did you feel that day?
Broski, them times I was done with football. What football?
I'm not gonna lie, that is a disgusting sight to see for an
I think
Arsenal fan.
that's what made him an icy pollen gremlin.
Man said an icy pollen. Bro, when Van Persie was
Man
sold
turned
to
to the
United, I
icy
was
pollen,
done.
yeah.
Bro, I checked out, bro. I was that.
But
That's when
that's
the
it was
Wenger era
repetitive.
started.
But you kept losing. You kept losing key players.
Yeah, basically.
You were losing key players like every summer. So every time you guys would gravitate to like a song, or whoever it was, Adebayor or Van Persie, they all Nasri, they're all just going. So it's like it's pointless now. Anybody playing well is gone the next summer. So you may as well just forget about it. You won't even get money from most of these men as well. It's crazy.
Mad. Snip says Arsenal's last game is at home versus Everton. Yep, it is. All right. So Sir Alex in the chat saying, I personally hand Arsenal the title at Old Trafford again. They've won it there before. If it means not giving it to Liverpool or City. Come on. I think Saeed actually agrees with that. So yeah, back to the top of the super chats and I'll get the remaining 15 in. Pablo says, popcorn ready. Watch the strikers video. Best part is when Grizz asked you to read Saeed's list. His laughing killed me. What a troll. Go check that out after this show, people. The top 6 strikers of all time out now. Editing gone up a level. Big up the team doing that, including Skull and Josh. Show some love to that video. Bo says, big up, lads. Turks, when will you do the show with Curtis? Thursday. It didn't happen Sunday. Yeah, I got caught up in a few things. So apologies for that. But Thursday we'll be back. I won't be at the Newcastle game. Well, I don't think I'll be at the Newcastle game. You're traveling in from Belgium. Hope to see you. I might be there. I still haven't made my mind up yet. I'm looking to take Little Man to his first game, so that might be the one. Actually, we'll see.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, Sado says, can we all agree from now, if your club loses 3-0, you scoop 3 to 5 tablespoons of mayonnaise live? Streets is saying Arsenal to win the league at OT. Get Saeed tweaking live on the show.
Wow, this brother, I don't know.
Why
mayonnaise, brother? But you keep your fetishes over there, my brother.
Yeah,
that's
man wants to eat. Man wants to eat us, see us eating mayonnaise. You know. What do you mean by that?
What are your intentions with the panel?
What do you mean by that?
Get this super chat out of my face, man.
No, I know you have a sad life. Yeah.
Nathan says, thoughts on us lacking in-game management from the players. I'll back Ange, but every game now is the same. Come out hot for 10 minutes, then disappear until half-time. Same again, second half.
Yeah, it needs fixing. It's not good. It needs fixing for sure. And players and manager got to rectify it.
I don't know, man. I said the same things weeks ago, but no one listened about Ange. Now he's got to fix it.
Added on to what he was saying earlier, saying,
in fact,
don't about it's too late. We'll discuss next show.
The balance is due to subpar coaching, not lack of talent or personnel. A better coach would have set us up better. Big up. Obviously, that was on that subject. And Max as well said this game felt a lot like Forest last year. Not the time to throw toys out of the sandbox. Similar to what Hugh was saying. All right. Ali says, big up the boys. Any of you guys have a wildlife problem in your area? I'm in North London and the foxes are wild. But the other day I was shocked to see a wolf with a dead chicken head in its mouth in my garden. Mad.
That's creative.
Is this
Ali on the Tobes all the time.
No,
all the
I
time.
like Ali, but that didn't bang. But nice try.
See,
Thank
now
you.
I was reading this as a real issue because in London there's better
Oh, I
foxes.
can't lie to you. I was as well.
I was
man.
reading
It's
it
not
as a
late,
real-
I can't lie.
It didn't bang.
I was a bit slow there right there.
It didn't
Yo,
bang.
me and Matisse were gone. I can't lie. You should have done that in the earlier, man. That would have been banging
That's
earlier on.
shit.
but I was
It's
gone.
20 past 12. I'm thinking, rah, brother's got a pest control situation.
Yeah.
Saeed and Matisse were ringing up councils.
I was ringing up RSPCA and all that.
I
you
was
know
like,
what
what's going on in Islington, man? What's
Yeah,
going on
man.
in Islington?
I
I was
thought
like,
Hello,
yo,
folks.
man was Animal Planet. You know what I mean? All that stuff.
yeah.
Tobes a land, man.
It's the truth.
Jay Gooney says White's one of the best in the league and gets treated like Ben Davies. Gusto has a good game versus do the stanky leg Doku and gets called a top 5 right back.
Now,
Dude, this
people need
thing.
to stop. They need to chill on Doku, man. They need to.
with their slanders, man. They must spend hours thinking of these things. You know that?
Shows on hours,
No.
They do the stanky leg Doku. Fucking hell.
Juno says the panel need to go and watch Jackson's outrageous 1-2 with Palmer for the goal. Tobes did mention it right at the beginning. I think that was one of the first things he did mention, so he has got the credit for that.
But
Big up
hold
the
on,
six.
I said months ago this guy's technically sound, and everyone's like, no, he's a bum. No, he has no first touch.
I ain't saying nothing until after Sunday.
Yeah, so you know,
I ain't
it's funny.
speaking. I ain't speaking.
Yes.
I don't know if technically sound is the right word, but he's got something. He's got some tools, right?
Oh, he's a footballer, is he?
I called him the baby Jesus.
No, but Toby's like saying the bare minimum.
man.
Like I don't know about technically kind, but he's got something. Yeah, he plays football. He's a Premier League
No, he's got
footballer.
tools. No, but I mean, he's got tools. He can carry the ball. He can link with players. Like he's got something in it. That's all. Calm down.
Big up the 6. Saeed, you still want to fight us in court and not on the pitch? City will be there in the end. We have a real battle for the league. Enjoy. All right. Let me get this one in actually. Carton says, Inshallah, your son has a safe journey, Grizz. Big up as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
To your son. So yeah, I agree. From all of
Thank
us
you.
at the big 6.
Man.
Hassan also says, guys, love your content. Been following for a minute. First super chat. Love Uncle Grizz. Keep repping Pakistan. Come on, Hassan. Love for the love, my brother. Ibrahim says, big up the panel, especially my fellow United fan Saeed. Question for the panel is Neymar the biggest wasted talent? If not, who is?
Nah, not
You know
Neymar.
that you know what you know what's mad? Honestly,
It's not Neymar.
It is
Biggest
Neymar.
wasted talent. You know how many talents are out there that have done nothing with their career?
Okay, but Neymar's the greatest talent that I've seen. After
Even
when
like
I've been
Balotelli had the potential to be one of the best strikers in the world.
Balotelli. Yeah.
I think
don't know over
Neymar's the highest profile. Like he had the highest ceiling to hit that he didn't hit.
So because he didn't win a Ballon d'Or, but come on, like Neymar's accomplished a lot. It's part of the
Neymar
most
should have
devastating-
been
part of the
you
most
know-
devastating front three in football
Yeah,
history.
come on.
And
Do you know?
what
Do you
he
know?
did
Do you know?
for Look what
do you
he did
know
for
all those?
Brazil. Like
I get all that. Neymar for me, talent-wise, was up there with any player. Any player, Neymar was talent-wise.
That's
So
a show,
why-
you know. That's
so that's
you know
why
what,
I'm
that's a
frustrated
show.
and I'm
That's the
angry.
video, that.
Yeah, I
that's
get
why I'm
you.
frustrated and angry about Neymar because I rate him talent-wise as good as, and I'm talking anyone. I'm talking
okay, but
anyone.
you're asking him to be one of the greatest of all times. That's very difficult, bro.
He's one of the
because he
greatest
was
ones.
that. Because he was
I get you,
there.
but like just
he
because
is-
he
he
didn't
is one
do
of the
that
greatest
doesn't
of
mean
all
that.
He was born with that talent
I
to be
know,
the
but
best
bro.
player ever.
No, but he
Like,
definitely is one of the greatest players of all time. He is.
He's not.
He is. He
Oh
definitely
my
is.
god.
This is
Neymar
like
isn't.
this is
He
like your
definitely
son.
is.
This is like
Okay,
this is
we
like
should-
this
we
is like
should-
this is like your son. I expect you to get an A*. You got an A. I'm gonna absolutely lever you. Like, come on, man. Still got an A, bro. Allow it. There's people that expected to get A's.
Way
and
too late. Way too late. Way too
E's,
late for
bro.
these
No,
shows.
but
Way
I
too
get
late.
what Grizz is saying because it's like you have players that definitely didn't fulfill any of their young potential, but then you have players like Neymar who showed their potential, fulfilled it, but not for long enough. I actually do put, and listen, it's gonna sound mad me saying it initially, but no one rates this guy higher than me. Like, I rate him highly, but Ronaldinho, he should have been, in my opinion, he didn't maximize the quality he had. I think Neymar is similar to that, but Ronaldinho done it to a level that secured him as an icon, secured him as a legend. Whereas Neymar, I don't think done what Ronaldinho done. So that's why I kind of get what Grizz is saying. If you're saying greatest of all time, there's a one of the greatest.
Ronaldinho wasn't up against
tier list to
Ronaldinho
it.
wasn't up against Lionel Messi.
Yeah, I get that. I
Wasn't.
get that.
You could put Ronaldinho in that category as well. I
Oh,
don't
no,
know.
no,
It's
no,
a
wait a
show.
minute. Crazy.
Nah,
That's a show.
Ronaldinho had the streak.
Hold on, Ronaldinho in the category.
Hold
I
on,
know his
alright, we got
career
to have to
tells us
fuck this
what
shit.
Which
because
category?
it's a
Which
Yeah, yeah,
category am I
yeah.
saying?
That's
Why are you
insane,
looking
man.
around? Which
Sound
category?
like
What
you're
we
saying
saying? You're
biggest
saying
wasted
biggest
talent.
wasted talent. Look at this. Look what we're saying. Biggest wasted
That's what I'm
talent.
saying.
These guys did
Wasted,
not
like
waste their talent.
wasted.
They were literally
Waste.
they're regarded as the best of the best when they were in their pomp. So they
Injuries
Neymar's
are
still
not part of it,
Neymar's
man.
still
You
one of the
can't
best.
put injuries in there.
Neymar's down as one of the best players in his generation. Period. Like he's not.
I agree.
Shall I
He's
tell
not below
you,
that level.
for me, shall I
So,
tell you
I
one that I
agree.
would
I
put in there?
agree.
yeah,
Shall I tell you who I
Neymar's
put in there?
Neymar's
Pogba.
too good.
I'm going to put in there a player that probably, I don't know if you guys know him, but
I'm
Rothwell
joking.
Morrison.
Oh,
Rothwell
yeah,
Morrison.
yeah.
Does anybody know Rothwell Morrison?
Rafael Morrison's a good
Well,
one.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good
I
one.
saw him
That's a
on
good one.
holiday in Mexico in 2014. He was partying with us. Nice
Yeah,
guy.
see, that's a pretty. See,
Yeah,
now he
man.
wins. He wins just for that. He wins.
A lot of people
Yeah,
say
he
that,
was
but a
one.
lot of
Yeah,
people,
I was going to put him there.
a lot of people speak about, and I know the streets and all that, but Adel Taarabt was insanely talented, insanely. He was,
He
and
gets-
and
why
your
does-
boy,
why does
and your
Taarabt
boy,
get pushed into these, like, he had
and
talent,
your
but-
boy,
no.
Musa Dembele. How professionals, how professional,
Musa.
how no, Musa Dembele.
What's his name?
Ndombele.
Dembele, we maximized
Ndombele.
his talent. Dembele,
He did
we
not
maximized his talent.
maximize what? He didn't do anything.
I'm talking about the player he could have been. Like, I'm not sure what more Dembele could have done in his career.
Fellow professionals, listen to fellow professionals that say that he was one of the greatest players they've ever played with or trained with.
Dele
Musa
Alli's
Dembele.
definitely another one.
He-
Dele Alli's
Dembele-
definitely one.
Don't get me wrong, Dembele was
Yeah,
class, but
different
he
levels.
also had-
Look,
Oh, I thought you were talking about
He also had
Ndombele.
limitations.
Yeah.
no, not in
Oh,
Dembele.
Dembele. No, not Dembele.
That's what,
You mean
that's what I'm
Ndombele.
talking about.
No.
Not in Dembele.
Dembele's not in that. Dembele's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. With
Yeah.
either-
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the brother that's.
That's what I mean,
Galatasaray
Saeed.
now. Yeah, I'm
No,
saying
no,
brother
allow
that's
him,
like
allow
Galatasaray
him a
right
minute, allow him a minute.
What? Why allow him, bro? What has he done?
I think Pogba's definitely someone to mention. I think Adriano.
Bro,
For
this
me,
is crazy,
Adriano
man.
is
Nah,
up
man,
there because
sorry.
he
Look,
was.
Why?
Relax, man.
Sorry.
Injuries,
I think
injuries,
you're not doing Pogba
injuries.
a disservice. Again, why is he
trying to
in
trigger
the
me, man.
biggest wasted talent conversation? Why?
But like
He's a
but-
pivotal player in his country winning a World Cup.
No, but
He's won
this is
multiple
how
league
highly-
titles at Juventus.
Yeah, but
Show,
Tobes,
like,
his
yo,
club-
yo.
This is
Tobes,
how
his
highly
club
I rate
career-
it. This is how
his
highly I
club
rate
career.
his
His
come
club
up,
career
bro.
should have
See,
been.
Turkish
much
is
more.
doing my ones with Neymar. This is how I feel about Neymar.
Yeah, but Neymar's club career is still
Like,
levels clear of
Pogba-
Pogba's club career.
Pogba
I
can-
hear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I hear that. I agree
Pogba's
with
club
that as
career
well.
is actually a shambles for what it should have been.
Bro,
Really.
I
but
hear
it-
that as
I
well.
don't think it's down to Paul Pogba though. It's down to what
It's down
I
to
think was
your
around him.
club.
United didn't build around him. I
It's
think when
a-
you look
look-
at Paul Pogba's, but you know what?
It's
I don't wanna
the
get
it's
too
the
bad.
levels we're talking about. Wasted talent. We need to get what we mean by that and explain it and then do a show on it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Pogba
saying.
could have been one of the. Pogba for me could have been right up there with Yaya Toure, all of those guys. Like he should be one of the best midfielders in Premier League history.
I don't
That's
think
how good he
Neymar's
is.
a waste of talent. I don't think
That's
he's a
how
waste of
great
talent.
Pogba could have been. Pogba could
That's
have been
what
one
I'm
of the greatest
saying. That's what I'm
midfielders of
saying.
all time.
When you
Can you
have
say
to
he
be very
wasted his
careful when you
talent?
talk
I don't
about
think he did.
wasted talent. Like his
Yeah.
talent was there. It was wasted by Man United. That's the difference.
Exactly.
See what
Would you say? Would you say MSN is the most iconic front three of all time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neymar
it was
better
Exactly.
than him. He didn't
Yeah,
waste his
Yes.
talent.
100% was.
He didn't waste his
Yeah.
talent. He didn't waste his talent.
Yeah, but I mean,
brilliant, he's brilliant.
That's
Yeah,
why that's why the conversation is different. Like you see, when Saeed said Ravel Morrison, I think there's that department of young players that
Yeah.
showed potential that didn't
Yeah.
make it. But there's also
Yeah.
players that, like I said, there's like Tobes, you mentioned World Cup and whatnot. I mentioned Ronaldinho, who is one of the GOATs without a shadow of a doubt. He won World Cup, he won Champions League. It's just that when you see the talent they showed, whether it was over a 1, 2, 3 year period,
He didn't have
you'd
the
ask
longevity.
yourself why it wasn't shown over the 10, 15 year period. That's with Pogba, it's very similar.
Yeah, I get that. Those players don't have the longevity. But if a player literally hits,
It's different levels, though, innit? But
if
it's
they
one
hit
of
the
the-
what
pinnacle, they
about
win
what
everything
they
they can win, and they perform on the big stage, then you can officially say they have maximized the talent to the best of their ability.
Don't do
They've
that.
hit the top.
Because I'll bring
Okay.
I'll bring
Okay,
Januzaj.
okay,
I'll bring
okay.
Januzaj
Tobes,
back.
I hear what you're saying, Tobes. I agree with you.
Yeah, is in that. Is in that.
No. Check this out, guys. I agree with how Toby's what Toby just you lot just waffling on about all kind of rubbish and shut up, you two, man, having your own little jokes. But what Toby said made sense. And Toby, I agree with you now because you've explained it well. That they maximized their talent, they showcased what they're about. So that's maximizing their talent. But then what Turkish is saying and what I'm saying is the longevity. They need to continue that to become the greatest. Do you get it? And I think talent-wise, they were on a par with Messi, par with Ronaldo, par with Maradona. Talent-wise, just the longevity wasn't there.
So then, okay, then. So I can put Ozil then in Arsenal.
What the fuck?
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. So wait,
No, you can't put- what the
fuck?
You can't put Ozil there.
He could have done it Arsenal.
What the fuck?
We could argue
thing
because
is-
there's a wasted talent over there. So the
You can't
Inter
put Ozil there.
seriously.
You can't put Ozil there, but the reason
said
why,
what?
The reason why I hear where Saeed's coming from is because men are trying to put Paul Pogba there. And I'm not trying to say that Paul Pogba was better than Ozil, but like I get why he's saying that, right?
So for me, Pogba had more than Ozil because he had the
performed
physical
more than Ozil in
attributes.
that.
He had the physical attributes as well, and he done less than Ozil in his club career. And Ozil got a World Cup as well. Sorry,
that's
Pogba,
crazy.
I'm sorry, Pogba could have been one of the best midfielders of all time. There's nothing he didn't have. You're talking about height, strength, skill, ball carrying, all of these things.
Everything.
He had everything, and he didn't. Nah, man, I'm
Everything.
sorry. Pogba's
No, but the
Pogba's
thing is,
alone
the
on this
way-
one
Yeah, go on.
in comparison.
No,
to
the way
Pogba.
I
He's
see
not in this.
Arsenal
Pogba's
fans
not in this
talk
category.
about Ozil
Sorry,
in his
he's not.
career at Arsenal. I'm
not
like,
having
they
this.
want
Tobes, with the category is not clear, Tobes. You can't say he's not in this category. The category is not clear.
Why are we talking?
You can't
listen, why
even.
are we
You can't.
talking-
Honest to
If
God,
we-
like what we can't even name something that Pogba did in Champions League, really, can we?
What do you
Do
mean?
you know how mad that
Yeah,
is?
but obviously, yeah, but that's,
The
that's
Champions
what
League
you
moments
Juventus.
don't mean
You
nothing.
You got
can
to
at
understand the
Juventus.
context of what happened.
Literally
though.
one
You know what I mean?
one
It's
season.
the context of the teams that he was with.
Come
So
on,
one
man.
season that you probably got about 1.5 campaign at Juventus, so you ain't got nothing else.
Bro,
That's
no,
mad.
bro, no. When Juventus made the Champions League final,
Yeah,
in
exactly. Do you remember the
2016,
semi-final against Juventus,
Pogba
Bayern
was-
Munich?
Pogba was their best midfielder, and
remember that?
literally
Easy.
2015, 2016.
But do you think a player of that level should have a player of that level should not have
even
one
to
or
the
two
final.
Champions League
Yeah.
campaigns, bro? You man are going to one or two campaigns for a Champions League for a player of that stature. One or two. Do you know how long?
Okay. So riddle me this.
You know how
Your
long your
boy
career
Eden
is?
Hazard. What Champions League campaign does he?
Oh, this guy's a nasty.
No,
But
it's
you're
the truth.
nasty.
What Champions League
Look at
campaign
Hazard in
does
the
he
Premier
have?
League. Look at
Pogba
Hazard
has
in the Premier
way
League.
more-
Don't do that.
Wait,
Don't do
one
that.
sec.
He's gone straight to Eden Hazard.
No,
He's gone
I'm not
straight
even saying
to.
this. I'm not even saying this.
Eden
This is
Hazard
about-
at Real Madrid.
Nah, he's
I'm
being
not
he's
even
being
saying
petty.
about
Eden
I'm
Hazard
not
at Real
saying this
Madrid.
about Eden Hazard.
What's going on
I'm
there?
saying this.
Okay, someone's put Abu Diaby in the chat.
Petty.
Your criteria.
Someone's put Abu Diaby in the chat, but that's different because injuries ruined Abu
You're not going
Diaby.
to say that.
Can,
Eden
can,
Hazard
can I
was-
can I say one? Can I say one that I think will Harry Kane?
No, that's what I'm saying. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. See,
He
that's-
wait,
that's
he
what I'm
wait,
saying
bro. He wait. No, you're a 30 goal year. You're a 30 goal a year striker, and you've got
Well,
nothing.
I'm not involved
You've
in that.
got nothing.
Wallahi, I knew you were going to say that.
No, you can't say Harry Kane because he's not a wasted talent, man. He's
But
doing
that's the
everything.
definition, though. That's you've wasted
But
your
that's what I'm saying,
talent.
the
That is, I
definition
think
is
Kane is.
wrong.
the
Oh, you're saying that.
definition. Wasted your talent.
You're saying it like that. See, that's different completely.
No, Tobes, you know what?
Turkish has twisted
You
it.
hold that. For
Yeah, I
mentioning
know,
Hazard,
but
you
you
can hold
both
that.
twisted
You
it,
can
though.
actually fucking hold that. You can hold that.
Turkish has twisted it.
You are gonna hold that.
Am I lying,
You're
though,
not going
Grizz?
to.
You understand?
No, I get it, but he's made the most of his talent. So, but I get what you're saying as well. No, you twisted it, but he wasted it.
He made the most, but he wasted it.
You can hold
Yeah,
it.
That's gymnastics.
I hear
That's
that.
gymnastics right there.
That's gymnastics.
That's what he can do on an individual level. But it's whatever, bro.
There's a
That's
difference
mad.
between wasted and disappointing. I think Kane's is disappointing.
No,
I'm not disappointed.
you can't say that, man.
Disappointing. It has to be disappointing for a guy to bang 30 goals plus multiple times and win nothing. That's disappointing.
Wasted his career. That's different. Yeah, Peter Nolan says it in the
but
chat.
that's not
Wasted his
wasted
career.
talent.
He didn't waste his talent.
The talent
Yeah.
has been evidenced
Utilized.
No, we've
season
seen the
after
talent.
season
We've
after
seen the
season.
talent, but
He's
it's
just not
disappointing.
played for a team. That's
He's just wasted his career. He wasted.
and in some big moments he's not stepped up, right? But how can you then say that's wasted?
No. He's wasted his career. He hasn't wasted his talent.
Foul. Turkish is foul for that.
Yeah, don't get triggered. Don't get triggered, Toby.
As the
Oh,
host,
he's
you have to
got
bring
I'm not
it
even
in
getting to it. I'm
angles
just
to the argument.
trying to explain it. It just- it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Man,
It's
man,
true,
used-
Grenade.
man
Who
turned
said
his
this
loyalty.
super chat, Who said this
Man
super
turned his
chat?
loyalty against him. It's actually mad.
I'm actually high key
Whoever said
surprised
that
that
super
Cam
chat,
Toby
fair
stayed
play to him,
throughout
man.
that, you know. It's not like Toby.
No. The best way to do it is he wasted his career. He didn't waste his talent. That's it.
But he had a career
And you know
because
what's
of
mad
his
as well,
talent.
yeah?
but he had a
Leave it.
career because of his
Turkish,
talent.
allow it,
Wasted
allow
his
it, Turkish.
career.
Allow it,
Wasted
allow
his
it.
fucking talent.
Allow it,
Wasted
allow
his
it, allow
talent.
it. He's just talking
End the
rubbish.
stream.
Bruv, that's
End the
that's
stream,
algebra. That's simple fucking
So,
algebra. That's what I'm
once
saying.
this guy said Ronaldinho, we should have known that this guy's tired.
Wallahi, innit? Tell him. Wallahi, innit? When he said Ronaldinho, I was like, yo,
He
something's
said-
going
when he
on
said
here,
Ronald-
man.
when he said Ronaldinho, I
Don't
should
you
have said,
dare!
yeah.
Don't you dare mention Ronaldinho with Harry Kane. Don't do that.
I'm not. I'm saying that you are on one tonight. I'm saying that from time you mentioned Ronaldinho as a potential wasted talent, it was time for you to go to
Nah,
bed.
Turkish is violent, man.
Well, it is 2.5
Turkish
hours.
is
so
moving
yeah,
mad.
maybe you're right. 3 super chats to go, people. 3 super chats. To be real TV says, big up to you all. Can't tell you how much I look forward to this show every week. Best team on YouTube. PS, come on, you Gunners. Love for the love, my guy. Appreciate the super chat. King Howie says, only on the big 6 can you find someone talking about Fugazi stats. We're getting top 4. Have you seen Tottenham's running? Big up SAEED and the panel.
Yo, big
Last
up King
one.
Howie, man.
Last one as well. Here. Big up Ryan. I see you there as well. From Byron. He said, I recently lost my dad and granddad, both far too young. We always watch matches together. It's been super tough, but this show always makes me laugh. Big up my bro Connor Bradley and to all of you, especially Uncle Grizz.
Sorry
Byron.
Big up, man.
Yeah, sorry for your losses.
Sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah. Let's see where. Yeah, I'm not a believer that words can help in this moment. It's hard for me to think of words that can help, but you know, we've been through losses here on the big 6 as well, so we know how tough it is to lose both close family members, you know, over a short period. Is mad. So keep your head up, Byron. I'm glad you find some enjoyment and you know, from the show. Appreciate the super chat, but yeah, keep your head up, man, and yeah, talk to us if need be. I always do offer that. Talk to us if need be. Instagram, Twitter, we do check messages quite often. So big up Byron. And to be honest with you, on that note, since we are on the subject, I did lose a friend last week as well. I don't really want to get into it too much, but I just advise everyone, do check yourselves, people, because this was a very healthy friend of mine, and from finding out he had cancer 2 weeks later, it was all done, just like that. And this is a healthy friend who promoted gym, was about his religion. He ate well. He watched, you know, his calorie. He did everything you're meant to do in terms of a healthy lifestyle, and still, that just snuck up on him. And here we are 2 weeks later, just with a friend gone, a dad gone, a brother gone, and so on. So just, you know, we don't often get deep on this show, but check yourselves out, people. Just keep checking yourselves out, because you don't know what's really happening in your body. So do that. Byron, big up. Keep your head up, people. Love for the love. Still 7K here, and we're going to wrap it up. We'll be back Thursday. Champions League football there. We'll talk about that, and we'll preview game week 26. Also, City and Liverpool playing too. So it'll be a big one. Make sure you hear Love for the love. We're out. Peace.